What up, guys? Thanks for joining us.
Oh, Ron. Oh, there he is.
There he is coming on. I'm just gonna hop on soon
Row,
too.
row, row your boat
What up,
gently
Victor?
down
What
the
up, Vic?
stream.
Masteli. Oh wait, I know you. What up, Fernando? Albert,
Merrily,
Jose,
merrily.
Chewy. What up? How you guys doing today? How you guys feeling?
Hi.
Man, dog. Like I've been watching an anime. I've been watching
Mm-hmm.
My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that shit is fire. Like so much fire that last night I knocked out watching it, and I'm like about to finish season 3.
Uh-huh.
And I knocked out in like it's 50 episode. I knocked out in the 48th episode, right?
Yo, goddamn.
And it's cool because like I've been like I was watching this shit at work, but now like Anna's watching it, so now we're both watching it together. So I couldn't watch today,
Uh-huh.
the whole fucking
Yeah.
day, dog. Like I was just like, yo, I need to get home so I can watch this. I've been on that.
You know what we got stuck on? You got us stuck on Hentified.
It's good, huh?
Yeah, it was a good show.
It's
It
good.
was all right.
It's good. It's interesting. Uh,
Not my it was definitely down Stacy's alley. It was more for her.
yeah,
But it was a cool
I
show.
like that. I want to see where it goes for the second season. What up,
Yeah.
Merlene, Eddie, Daniel, Raul, the fight guys? What up, Nando? Brune, what up? Little Apple, 22 soccer crazy. Oh, fuck germs. I mean, hi germs. LA native, what up?
Fernando says to
Attack,
watch
that's a,
Attack on Titan.
yeah, that's next up. That's next up. My older brother actually told me that too yesterday, so that's next up. K86, what up, yo? That fucking that picture is kind of creepy, yo.
Which one
I'll put
about
up on
who?
screen. That should treat me out for a second. I was like, whoa. Are we on? What's that one show? Sicarios? Is that no? That one movie, Sicarios, where they had like the mess like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
That shows. I mean, that movie's sick.
Yeah, I like that. Jesse, what up? Ramiro Winner and Nancy Franco? That's my side, dog. He knows this. Shut up. What up? What up, Julio? Cheesy, what up? No, what happened to Masa? See, I mentioned him
You
one
talk
time.
shit
I
about
mentioned him
him.
one time and he
Yeah.
goes away. Oh, there he is. He's
Talk
back.
shit about him.
What's up, Masa? How you doing, Papa?
My shit's tripping. I don't know what the fuck is going on. My Skype crashed.
Oh shit. I mean,
You're frozen too.
we're gonna be missing your wise words. Hey, Emmanuel, man. There was no part of me letting you in. That you were part of V Block. I hope you. I'm glad you had a good time,
Yo,
man.
that's who I
Romo,
met. Emmanuel and Victor. We'll get to it, but top dog. Like
what up,
that
Albert?
shit was so dope.
Eddie, what up? Target. That's funny as fuck. I thought it was like some somewhere for the Dia de Muertos or some shit like that. Re zero. Oh, what's that, Fernando? You gotta hit me up with a link. Is that any good? Ricardo, what's up, man? I gotta check it out. Yo, like I never really got into animes other than like, you know, like your real mainstream ones, Dragon Ball Z and like fucking,
Naruto.
yeah, like yeah, right. Like in those, like I mean, yeah, like real mainstream ones. I never got into it.
Mhm.
And a podcast I hear like mentions fucking My Hero Academia all the time. So I was like, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna just give it a go. And I've been stuck though. I was like, yeah, Angel's hopping on. Angel's hopping on. What up, Ed? What up, Eve? Big Will, Glenn, Glenn.
What up? What up, Glenn?
Hey man,
What up,
seriously,
everybody?
I love all my capos. I love all my capos. But there's something about Glenn's energy though that I just it's my thing. It's my ting, man. I
It's in the
love it.
hair,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think.
a
It's in
I'm a
the hair.
hypocrite, dog.
You a hypocrite? Why?
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, because I love Glenn, right? But
Hmm.
today, B Nasty came over to watch the game with me right before this pod, and you know how I said only when Glenn does it,
Yeah.
and I forgot all butthurt. Fuck B Nasty though.
Fuck me. Chicha's new blog. Yeah. The what is it? Naked Humans. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen that. You seen the new one? The 30 minute when he's in the leg. It covers like when he went to a Kings game and shit like that.
yeah.
That's cool. I'm a little, I'll hold it.
Oh damn.
So, how's his back doing?
I'm fucked up still, but I'm going back to work tomorrow.
Oh, really? I thought you were taking a full week.
I want to, but
Yeah, we should take one more day off for Warzone.
no,
I'm downloading that
for
shit in the
sure.
background.
Oh, are you?
Loki, I've had Modern Warfare. I've had it, but I've never downloaded to the Xbox. But I'm getting it ready, or else tomorrow would be like a 4 hour download.
Yeah, I'm gonna download it tonight so we can run that. so we could run that.
Yeah.
That should be fun. I haven't played a Call of Duty game in like fucking
Same.
in years, just because I'm trash. I'm really trash at that.
Hey, Masa.
Yeah.
What it do, baby?
What it do, baby?
What it
What
do,
it do?
baby? What's up? That is funny. Good shit, George. I like that.
Damn, you took double L's this weekend.
I mean, it is what it
No
is.
shit though. Masa still confident in the playoffs, right, Masa?
Me?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
still confident. Cool. I like that.
Come on. Come on. Like, not even a question.
Nacho
Clippers in
Beverly still
5.
under
Yeah,
500
yeah.
years, maybe.
Danielle, we're posting viewing party this week. I think tomorrow we start or Wednesday we start. But yeah, all the information is gonna be out. There's a bunch of viewing parties, and if Angel hops on it, because Angel's a little under the weather, so he's he's trying to get out, he's trying to get on. But if he doesn't, then I'll talk about the viewing parties and all that at the end of the show. So stick around or listen
Clip
to it tomorrow.
City. Don't you ever call it Clip City.
You can barely hear Angel on 120. Yeah, we got to figure that out, man. Again, it's a work in progress, Fernando.
Mhm.
We talked offline about that, but yeah, man, it's a work in progress. Again, man, I'll say it in the show, but like in the pre-show, if you guys have any suggestions for B Block, feel free to fucking to shoot it, to B Block on Instagram, to us on Instagram, to Angel City Brigade, like anywhere you want to reach us. We're definitely taking suggestions and trying to see how we make B Block even better. Although, man, I'm kind of in love right now. I'm a little in love. We 1-1
Sure, Romo,
relax.
go ahead. I might answer it on the group chat. Let it go. I got you.
I'm sincerely, yeah, man. Yeah, we'll talk about all that. Y'all talk about that. I mean,
Yeah.
if you guys been here, we fuck around for the first 15 minutes and then we get into it. Lakers sweeping everyone 4-0. Man, they have to.
Lakers in one.
Like, they have to, man. I need this, dog. You know how I need the Lakers to get a chip again, dog. Just because it's been too long. It feels like it's been too long.
Dog, 7 years?
It
It
just,
felt 7 years, no playoff? I was like, damn, for real?
yeah. It's weird too, right? Because like we're so spoiled. We're
100%.
so spoiled. Like it feels so weird. Oh, I must. I wouldn't know, but like we're so spoiled.
Yippee.
uh,
He's frozen or
no,
he's
no,
not
listen.
moving?
Either both is true. Both is true. He's frozen and I'm moving. Oh man. You guys gotta. Have you guys been told to? Oh no, I must have can. But are you gonna be working from home soon? Is your job bugging out
I'm
yet?
pretty sure. I was just talking about that to Rooney. Since it just hit Long Beach, apparently that's like the closest thing. I think it's only a matter of time until uh, LAUSD shuts down, and then from there it's the trickle down effect. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is wild. I told you I worked from home pretty much the whole week last week, right? I
Weren't you sick though?
I was sick. Well, listen, I had like a sore throat
Okay.
on Monday, right? So I decided to take Tuesday off just because like you know people are weird right now if you're coughing. You know what I mean? So like
Not you. Uh-huh.
I took it off and then like I just I had the cough, so I didn't go back in until Friday. And then Friday I coughed once, and my boss came over, tapped me on my shoulder, she's like, "Go home." So I'm like, "Cool." I was like,
Yo,
I'm not
this
jumping.
ain't it. This ain't the place for this one, man.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm out. So I ended up working pretty much the whole week home, which is cool.
And to Adrian, no sunglasses horror is ever gonna come out. I'm trying this new beer. There's a dope liquor store by my house that has like a walk-in fridge. Track 7 Brewing Company. Peanut butter chocolate stout.
Oh,
Porter.
that sounds delicious. I like those.
Oh yeah, right now with this weather, perfect.
Belgian Beaver has the peanut butter stout. I really
The
love it.
best. That's the best. Oh, there's one that me and your brother tried. Germs right here at fuck, what's the name of this brewery? The Dudes has a
Oh, huh.
really good nitro peanut butter stout.
Oh, I like nitro beer too. Like they're
Nitro.
nice and
Yeah.
thick and mm.
I can't. I try to get it in a growler, but they're like, since it's a nitro, by the time you get home, it's gonna be too flat.
Yeah.
So it's fire, Agent. This beer's dope. We're waiting on you to send us the beer so we could drink it on air and hit you and just shout you out every time. So until then, I'll be trying out these beers.
That's tight.
You know how Agent
Yeah,
brews this shit.
yeah. I mean, I heard. I never tasted anything. So, I heard. For now, it's rumor. I don't believe it until I had some beer.
Have you guys tried Boomtown beer? No, I haven't tried a Boomtown beer yet.
Oh yeah, I wanted to go on Friday, but I was working until fucking late, so I didn't get to.
Hmm.
See, that's the one shit I hate about working from home is that I overcompensate when I work from home.
And then you're up late.
Yeah, because like I always have like that guilty feeling of like, oh, these motherfuckers probably think I'm just chilling at home. So let me
Yeah,
show them what I can do. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I go a little too
yeah. I
hard.
get it. I get it.
You watch the game? You rewatch the game?
What up, Carlos? Yeah, I rewatched it. I when we got back, I rewatched it, and then I rewatched it again today.
I
For
haven't
just
watched
like
it.
putting myself through horror, through suffering, through pain.
I guess in some Seattle brews. Yo, Jose, I'm down. Let me know. We'll give you the address and we'll pay for the shipping and the
Yeah,
beers too. You know what I mean? I'm always
yeah,
down. I'm always down trying new beer. George is always down trying new beer.
all the time. Oh yeah, not sunglasses, George.
Yeah,
Don't let him try
I said
anything.
try.
But this
I said
George,
try.
this George, I gotcha.
Nah, man, mix is not.
Send me a 4 pack. Don't send me anything above above a 4 pack. Anything above a 4 pack, I'm not accepting.
Or send them. Make sure it's not there on a Monday. Let it arrive on a
Oof.
Thursday. That way, at least it won't be live. Um, fuck, I was gonna ask you something. Never mind, I forgot. I'm sure SFTS get it. No, don't
We
send
were
it to
talking about the
Jeremy.
game.
Don't send it to Jeremy. Jeremy said, Adrian, send the beer to me. I'll make sure SFTS gets them. No, he won't. Jeremy's a piece of
No
shit.
thanks.
Oh, man. Yo, we'll talk about this right now, but actually, no, I'll wait for it because I'm interested in hearing what you guys think about potential closed door games and the restrictions that might happen.
Listen, the first step happened already.
Hold on.
We'll
I'm
get there, but
prepping you.
yeah,
I'm
the first
prepping
step's
you.
there.
I'm prepping you for that because like that's gonna be wild. Like you seen Italy. Italy went on full close down.
That's it. I was talking to Cisco about it today as far as U.S. competitions and everything, and we'll talk about it more. But it's definitely something worth talking about because you don't want to be the league that fucks up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really what it is. It's a PR thing.
Did you hear? Did you hear the group chat? You hear today's group chat?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'll
Well, Coachella's officially pushed back.
yeah, it's October, right? I think I read that
Yeah,
in
October.
the chat.
I was talking to Rooney on our chat. What about Mania? Because Mania's in Florida, and Florida's in a state of
Oh, that's
emergency, I
right.
believe. Yep.
Fuck it, just come to LA. You find out who the
Basically, I mean,
dumbest through beer. Yeah, man. Listen, again, we'll talk. Who are you?
the
The
are
Alonso car? Yeah. We'll talk about it right now. But man, it takes just a couple individuals to fuck some shit up. So yeah, we'll talk
listen.
about it.
I heard that we're still in quarantine under that tifo.
Like if you inhale the smoke, you're fine. That was a cure right there. That was the vaccine. We need to move
That shit's
germs to Italy. He
hilarious.
definitely needs to get quarantined. Yup. Yo, listen, this is the truth. This is the truth, and I never expected that from Fernando, but he damn right. He said we need to move Jeremy's to Italy. He definitely needs to be quarantined. Accurate as fuck. Jeremy needs to be
Yeah.
at quarantine though. He's bad for everybody's health. I hope they cancel work and pay us. Yeah, same. Listen, man, I was yo. All right, so right, look, we're going to get this out. On Monday, I had a sore throat, and I was like, all right, cool. Right, it's a sore throat. Came back from Houston. It was a little wild in Houston. Whatever, cool. And then I started reading the symptoms, and it was like dry cough. And I was like, oh, nah, not chill. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just 'cause I've been screaming, you know what I mean? No, but I bugged
Yeah.
out for like a day and a half because like I had like real, dry cough. Because I was a little sick, but then also like the yelling didn't help it out at all. So I was like crazy. Oof, that jacket though. See, why you always trying to flex? I'm about to hide this motherfucker though. Why he's trying to flex? He's trying to flex some new shit.
Oh, this is basically like WebMD. You know how back when you figured some shit out, then you had like 12 days to live because you had cancer.
Yeah, yeah.
Now basically everything like leads to Corona.
Yeah, man. I was like, all right, like I'm that's it. Like so much for being a Modelo guy, huh? Like I'm fuck now. Coronas all the way.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right. I thought about not going to a game either, but I was like, nah. Like fuck it, we all gonna die. No, just totally kidding. Totally kidding. You seen George's other George's video?
Oof, oof, fire,
I got it.
fire.
I got it
You
lined
got it
up.
queued up?
So let's go into that one. and then we'll hit the intro, and then we'll get the show started. So, yo, for all you guys who haven't seen it yet, our boy George at Camera Fool on Instagram dropped another hot visual. Let's peep it, and then we'll get into the show.
Mad One, we see your trap. You can never escape your fate. Submit with honor to a duel with my son.
I agree. Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by four Foulmouth supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands. Good evening. How's it going, fellas?
Listen, if you ain't hyped after that video, whew.
All right, here's the thing, though, right? This broadcast might get taken down because of the audio, but fuck it, it's worth it. I'll re-upload it as if it does get taken down. But I just thought this video was too fucking dope to edit without the audio, so I just left it on. If you haven't seen it, go follow Victoria Blog LA. Go follow, I think, Angel City Brigade. They all posted it. And go follow Camera Food, because this food right there, sick ass food. Like, he came out clean.
Yep.
Angel, your mic is muted, or you're not on because I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Hi, buddy. How are you? How you feeling?
What's up? I'm all right. I feel like shit.
Corona as fuck, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, coronavirus is fuck.
No, wait.
Is your job telling you to stay home? We were talking about that earlier. How's your job taking this? What's their
You know
approach?
what? I just hit up my boss in the morning like, yo, I feel like shit. She's like, stay home. All right.
Say no
For sure.
more.
Yeah, Rudy was talking the same thing on a Friday. He coughed and they tapped him on the shoulder, be like, "Yo, my man, you out. This is it."
Well, even before that, my office doesn't play with that shit. Like even before this thing started, as far back as I can remember working for my company, like, nah, they don't play that shit. Like it's the moment they hear a cough, they just stare at you like, you good?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you keep it up, bye-bye.
Go home.
Working from home or take your ass home. Like I dig my company. They're very dope when it comes to, like, all right, if you're not feeling well, stay your ass home. Like it's not one of those places where it's like frowned upon, right?
Yeah.
Like they encourage you to take PTO. They encourage you to stay home if you're sick, shit like that. So it's dope. But if you're really feeling like shit, stay your ass home.
Well, except for your ass, because your ass takes way too many days off to go travel. So they're probably mad at you. They're probably mad at you. They're like, no.
Nah, I don't. I have a lot of PTO saved up because I barely travel. And if you guys notice, every time I travel, it's just like a week. And I tried to do Friday night to Sunday night. Like I try to do that as much as possible. So I rarely take
take
PTO. I usually take it when it's like longer trips, like Miami, for example. And even then, I'm only taking 3 days of PTO.
nice.
Right? I'm still working Wednesdays, so from there, I'm going straight to the airport. So I'm only taking 3 days, and I've already been there close to 2 years. So I get that accrual shit. That's like I don't know. I think I get like 3 weeks or whatever. So I have a bunch of PTO right now saved up. Like, and I'm one of the ones that's almost always in the office. So you know, hey, I'm good.
It's funny because
I'm good.
I was telling George I was feeling a little sick on last Monday. It's probably because of the travel and my throat was a little scratchy because of chanting all night long with in Houston. So I took
Yeah.
Tuesday off. Wednesday I felt still a little bad, so I took Wednesday off. On Thursday I worked from home. On Friday I tried to go back in, and an hour in I had a cough, but it wasn't even like a big cough. It was just like a cough, right? My boss came over, tapped me on the shoulder, and she's like, "Go home." So I ended up working pretty much the whole week from home. All right, boys, but that's enough chat about some bullshit. Masa, welcome back. You're shit working now.
Okay. I hope.
We'll see, huh?
Oh, the other thing I forgot to tell you is that we also have offices like in a bunch of different cities.
Mm-hmm.
So I can
Oh, work
go
from-
into one of the offices and work. So I might do Denver in a few weeks because Nelson hit me up that apparently flights are like stupid cheap. Obviously, one, coronavirus, and two is like midweek. So it's like, all right, I might consider it. Like I already asked, like, could I work from the Denver office? They're like, yeah, you can. Like, fuck yeah, hell yeah.
That's dope.
So I might do that.
That's
Mhm.
real dope. I mean, how cheap are we talking about to Colorado though?
Like $70 round trip.
Shut the fuck up.
Something like that.
Colorado has good
Mhm.
beer too, good weed too, or not good weed, but it's the altitude gives you. I mean, whatever. Let's talk. Let's talk. I might want to do Colorado too if it's that cheap.
All right, we'll talk about it.
All right, boys. How you guys feeling after? Actually, you know what? Let's start with the news. Is there any news? Is there anything happening? Actually, you know what? Perfect time to talk about potential closed door games and
Yep.
shit like that. So far we haven't heard anything concrete, but there is talks about that, right?
So the first step's already in place as far as they're closing the doors for media pregame and postgame. So that's already happening. I know that's happening. I think nationwide as far as the MLB, NBA, NHL, MLS. So
NFL.
that's the first NFL. Well, NFL's not in season yet.
Obviously, it's season, but they were also part of the of being in same pair with the top five, leagues of major leagues. That is.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll see how that goes as of right now.
What's your
Personally,
uh-huh.
I think that it's going to be one of those where if one does it, everyone's going to do it because you don't want to be that league that, say, for example, something, even if it's just a rumor that someone at the arena or someone at the stadium had the quarantine virus, because then you're going to be the commissioner that gets basically chewed out. And listen, I'm cool with with Garber getting chewed out, but I also don't want to fuck up the league and fuck up how everything's going. Yeah. So I feel if one league does it, then everyone's gonna follow.
You know, it's interesting because like I know a lot of our guys are going out to Miami this week, and Florida is like
me,
you, Jeremy, like a lot of you guys are going out there, and Florida is in a state of emergency.
Stay sick.
So legit, like everybody traveling to Miami, try to stay safe. Make sure you're fucking washing your hands like at least 500 times a day. Try to wear some kind of mask or something like that. But yo, like for real,
holy shit.
Hope you guys feel better.
Make sure you get Costco toilet paper. I don't know what it is, but everyone's going crazy for toilet paper. I think that shit got the cure or something. So make sure y'all get that.
But it has to be from Costco though. If it's not from Costco, it doesn't work.
From Costco. Sorry.
Yeah, those lines are crazy, man. I've seen a few of my friends like post stories on how fucked Costco is right now and how empty some of the shelves are too at Costco, which is wild to me. Like I thought Costco was like just never empty ever of stuff. So interesting. Yeah, listen. I waited so long for the season start. I really hope they figure this shit out so they don't have to close none of the games because
it's crazy. We were complaining. We were focusing on the CBA and all the season's gonna get pushed back.
Yo, because like Italy canceled the Serie A today, right?
Up until April.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
that is wild.
They played 1 week and played 1 week behind closed doors, basically, and they said, "Nah, that's it."
That's interesting because
they also quarantined the whole city. That whole city's quarantined.
Yo, and that was like in the millions, right? Like it was in millions amount of people that were just couldn't stay at home type of thing, right? That's fucking wild.
Imagine booking a flight. Imagine saying, "Hell yeah, I'm going on vacation to Italy. I've been saving up. I got this."
Nope.
Nope.
No, you staying inside though. Which is interesting. I hope this. Listen, in all seriousness, I hope this shit fucking gets we get a hold of this because it's starting to affect a lot of shit that I didn't expect. For a long time I thought it was just media hype, but now like now it's starting to affect shit, and I don't like it. All right, let's get
I want
into
to say one thing real quick. I just want to thank everyone for all the birthday wishes and all that shit. Appreciate it before I forget because I saw a couple people already mention it on the chat. So shout out to everyone for the birthday wishes. Shout out to Eric for the Oreos. Shout out to Carlos for the rum. Shout out to Bernie for the gin, bitch. George, you have that at home, right? Yeah, you have it.
Right
You have my
here.
little gin there. Yeah, so I definitely got to take that, and I told him I was gonna send him a video of that, and then just a lot of people. Obviously I got some more shots, beer. Obviously hugs and you name it. You know, fucking DMs all over the place, phone calls. Shout out to everyone. Appreciate y'all for all the birthday love.
yeah, man.
Yep.
That was dope. I hope you enjoyed your last birthday.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Legit is definitely one of my better birthdays in a minute. So yeah, fuck
If
yeah.
you're gonna go out, you gotta go out with a bang. So I see that. I
Yeah.
see that.
True.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. Let's get into why we're here, and that's to cover the galaxy and
Do we have to?
I'm about to say that right, and the shit show that was the home opener, at least on the field. Uh, Question, right? I do want to talk about B Block. Do you guys want to talk about the game first, then B Block, or do you want to start something better and then kind of go down? What do you guys want to do?
Let's do V block first.
Let's do B Block first. Holy fuck, B Block is really a thing. I want to take a second and thank everybody in B Block leadership, all the leadership for Galaxians, for Outlaws, and for ACB. All that hard work came to fruition, on Saturday, and it was fucking amazing. Um, I for one didn't get to enjoy it as much probably as I wanted to. Uh, but
Why?
Bro, you had me worried. Talk about enjoying. My man had rashes all over his
I
face, all
could,
over his body. I was like, "Yo, you straight, dog?"
yeah,
I thought he ate peanut butter or something.
yeah. I had a stressful week at work, and then like Angel, some stressful shit at
Stadium when you
with
early?
the stadium and then with
Okay,
the
yeah,
front
yeah.
office. So like it was a lot. It was a lot. And
Hey, shout out to you though for like just to be like, nah, chill, enjoy your birthday. Like I wasn't, I was about to
no,
head with you, like, nah,
no.
just stay and shout out to you. And Glenn went over too, right?
No. He didn't. It was just me.
All
It
right,
was
well,
just me.
shout out to you for holding it
No,
down
of course. Like
and letting me do my
it was your
thing.
birthday, Poppy. You got to enjoy it. I didn't get to enjoy much, but with footage like the one George caught in the video we just played with the Instagram post with the Galaxy drone shot of the Tifo going up, like man,
Oof.
like all that is everything. Personally, this is personally everything I dreamed of, and then some. You know what I mean? When I thought about having a North End supporter section, I probably couldn't imagine this the way it came out. So everybody who worked on it, big shout out to you. Obviously, there was not a lot, but there were some incidents within B Block. Unfortunately, we weren't ready for that. We didn't handle it correctly, but it's a process. We're figuring shit out and how to make sure that shit doesn't happen like that anymore.
Shit's new. I mean, people have to. We'll get into it, but people have to understand shit's new. You have to figure out the kinks, figure out what works, what doesn't work. Uh, just as much as the team needs to settle in, the same thing happens with leadership. Same thing happens with something new that we've, for the most part, we've only envisioned. So people need to understand that things
Yeah,
with time. But shit, if this is the foundation of what's to come, I'm all for it.
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. You know what? K to six, he says show Go some love too. Yeah, I'll show them some love. I think they put in a lot of work in. They were in your section, right, Angel? The one you were helping Capo.
Yeah, and you guys know where I stand with this already. We talked about it internally, and yeah, I'm gonna give them a shout out for
Yeah.
sure because they're definitely helped keep 120 rocking for the majority of the game. I mean, I know that
Yep.
I personally had some issues with the with the megaphones and I didn't have it again internal shit right that we gotta that
The we get
learn
straightened
things
out.
that
Yep.
we can and things that can be fixed. But shout out to them, shout out to the Outlaws for backing me up, and making sure that that even when the moments that we were we missed a beat or something, everyone kind of caught it quick and we quickly caught back on. Oh shit, we fucked up right quick. Cool, let's get on it. So shout out to them, shout out to the Outlaws, and shout out to all the ACB people that came over to 120 also to back me up. And we did. Listen, I can't speak for the other sections, but I can tell you that 120 was rocking. So
Listen,
shout out to all of y'all for holding it down.
again, you said it. I've said it. There's things to be worked on, but like for our first go at it, I gotta say, like, if the team would have matched our energy, if the team would have matched everything we brought, we would have
All we need
won.
was one goal, man. Just one fucking goal, and that place would have
Like
exploded.
that's
Like
what that
it was
that.
big. You know, a big case of blue balls. Like big case of blue balls.
Yeah, no,
Legit.
I 100% agree with you. Like, I think we were all waiting for that. I mean, did you see like the reaction when Bingham blocked the penalty? Like, and that was just because they needed to release something. You know what I mean? Like they needed something, and it erupted there. Could you imagine if Chicharito would have scored a goal?
That was
Hey,
on top of the fact that it was a bullshit ass call, and I think everyone went crazy.
Yeah. Listen, hold that thought, Angel. Hold that thought, because we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about
But you
that.
know what? I know I've
But
been
the
on record
crowd,
giving.
the crowd thought it was a
Right.
bullshit
Oh,
ass
yeah. All right.
call. So-
Right. That's fair. Okay, that's fair. I've been on record give Big so much shit, but I'm gonna give him his credit on that one. I mean, granted, it was a stupid ass PK, but that doesn't matter. That's not his responsibility to take the PK. It's his responsibility to block it, and he blocked it. And like you guys said, we needed to release something.
Yeah.
Legit, right there. Like, boom. It's not what we wanted, but it was better, something better than nothing. It's still, obviously we didn't hit that climax where we were hoping to hit, but shout out to Bigum for that Bigum. For that Bigum. Wow, for that. Listen, I'm still on drugs right now, okay? Because I've been feeling like shit, so I'm a little woozy right now. But shout out to Bigum on that block for sure, because he definitely helped it a little bit.
Yeah. I also want to give a shout out to all the people who took time to create flags. And some good looking flags out there too. I've seen some flags that.
Ooh, that Cienfuegos flag.
The Cienfuegos flag was real nice. The ACB flag with the X on it, that was real nice. There's a lot of creative shit coming out.
There's a dope ass G's one that's just that dope ass
the
shit.
G,
Yeah, simple as fuck, but to the point.
Well,
I dig that.
Shout out to you guys for creating those. Shout out to everybody who picked up one of the ACB or Galaxians flags and waved them throughout the game. There's a lot of flags throughout the game. So, man, everything is a lot of participation by a lot of you guys. Yo, scarves up, and then you see like 2,000 scarves come up. Get out of here! Like, get out of here! I was showing it to my brother. My older brother, he could give a shit less about the whole sport, not the team. Just the whole sport. He doesn't care for soccer. But I was showing him the pictures, I was showing some of the videos, and my brother was impressed. And now, when I tell you my brother was impressed over some soccer shit, like, he really had to be impressed to actually mention anything, because he should just brush it off. So, yeah, man, it was a dope night. Again, there's some incidents not even necessarily in Victoria Block, but because it was such a packed night, it all got bundled together. I'll say this though, right? I fucked up, and I went in and I looked through some of these fan pages, which we constantly give shit to in this podcast, because it's a lot of a lot of crazy shit.
I didn't.
But I fucked up, and I went
My
on
social media was off.
I went down the rabbit hole, and I looked at some of the comments, and I want to say a couple things. One, this past game, we had a lot of people there who are not supporters and just were there for the game. Figure they'll stand or sit in Victoria Block. That cost a lot of rifts because they're not used to that, to what we do in the supporter sections. So I think that's something that's going to get taken care of almost by itself. Second, Victoria Block is a safe standing section. Keyword there being standing. So all you guys who are slick enough to figure out how to unlock the seats and unlock them, that's not something we're going to be doing going forward. So if you do stand in Victoria Block and you put the seats down, just know we're going to ask you to put the seats back up, because Victoria Block is a standing section. So know that. But overall though, like, it was a fucking night, man. It was a night. It was jam packed. We just got to spread it out a little bit more and get a good mix in between all four sections. But other than that, I think it was real dope. You guys have any comments, thoughts? Want to throw any suggestions out for B Block?
As far as suggestions,
Yeah, anything you want to throw out? Just
I think you guys already know everything that's happening. But I mean, from someone who's not in leadership and kind of just sees it from the back end and kind of sees the final product, I'm not in the ins and outs as much as you and Angel are. You can't be blamed for what's happening in the stands. Like you said, there's a lot of people that show up that it might have been their first time. It might have been something that they're not used to. people need to stop being so critical about this and understand that it's growing pains. Things are gonna happen when you start something brand new. Things come up, and it is what it is. Um, we need to start, especially Galaxy Twitter, Galaxy social media. That's why I kind of backed away from this weekend. It is what it is. I didn't want to be influenced by any comments or anything. But listen, we jumped the gun. We get a lot of shit, and you need to see the positives in things.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of positives moving forward, and that's what we should take moving forward instead of kind of dwelling on what should have happened, what could have happened, and if you really feel the need to express yourself, there's two members from leadership right here in this podcast that I think their DMs are more than open. The V Block DM is more than open. The ACB, so there's ways to get your voice heard if you really want your voice heard. Now, if you're ranting or something, then expect the comments that you get back, expect the backfire that you get back from the way that you're approaching it. There's a correct way to approach it, and you would be heard.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, I guess, and one thing I will say out there is don't believe everything you read out there. I mean, I saw some people talk about that fight that happened in 118, like Rudy said, that automatically was thrown to be part of Victoria Block. Had nothing to do with Victoria Block. And on top of that, I saw someone say that it was because beer was thrown. No, actually, it was over seats. I guess people. Listen, I don't know. I'm not gonna blame the FO for this at all, but apparently some people still don't know that now there is no such thing as general admission unless you're Victoria Block. Everything now is assigned seating. So while you may buy a ticket in 119 or 124, it might say J, you will still have a seat assigned to that. So
Question.
just what's up?
Question: Are V Blocks tickets? Do they have assigned seating as well?
V
Not
Block,
assigned
no.
seating, but on the ticket, does it say a certain section
Yes.
and like a
Unless
seat
it's
name?
ACB, Galaxy Outlaws. So there's, from my understanding, there's four. There's a General Victoria Block ticket. There's an ACB
Uh-huh.
ticket. There's a Galaxy ticket, and then there's a Galaxy Outlaw ticket. But
Mhm.
that's kind of irrelevant. As long as you're in V Block, that's technically GA. That's the only GA you have.
But on the ticket is not a certain section, row, seat
No,
number.
no. It just says
Okay.
ACB or whatever. Like you'll see, like if you pop up on your stuff, it'll say ACB on it or Galaxians or Victoria Block,
And
right? And I bring that up though because maybe because we are season ticket members and we get different type of from my understanding, emails from the front office. I don't know if it was related to the general public or you know how it is. A lot of people don't read their tickets, right? It might say on the tickets, hey, there's no such thing as GA now. It's now assigned seating. So from my understanding, that fight started, over GA because people didn't realize, oh shit, there's assigned seats and shit like that. So that's what I know. The few incidents that did happen within Victoria Block were quickly de-escalated. So there was nothing that happened in there. The only thing I guess that's a negative was that there were a couple of things that were thrown onto the pitch from my section in 120. But I can tell you that it was only 2 items that I saw thrown, and they were quickly like, yo, anyone does that shit again, you're gonna be found and gonna get kicked out of the section. No one ever did anything after that. And shout out to the same thing, the Outlaws, Ghosts, and all the AC people that were there. Like, we don't do that shit in this section. If you don't want to do that shit, go somewhere else.
Yep.
So shout out to everyone that backed it up. We did some self-policing. Again, it's one of those things that it is, like you guys already said, first game. There's obviously a lot of people there that were to see a specific player and not necessarily Galaxy fans. So keep that in mind before you go out there and do your shit.
yeah,
But shout out, apart from that,
There you go.
top notch.
let me add just one more thing to the ticketing thing. I did speak to members of the front office about the entrance into Victoria Block because this game if your tickets at ACB, they were only letting you in through 121 and 122. Same goes for the other 2 sections. I've asked for them to bypass that. If it says Victoria Block going forward, you should be able to enter any of the 4 sections with your Victoria Block ticket. Doesn't matter if it says ACB, Galaxians, or Outlaws. You should all be able to get in there. And that was brought up by somebody who was having a hard time getting in. So we're working on stuff. Again, hit us up and we'll try to work some shit out. Self-policing thing is one thing I also want to talk about. We're trying to self-police just to not have yellow jackets in our section. And we will be doing a better job at it, but we need your help too. So if you see one of the SG members asking you to clear the aisles or whatever it is, like try to back us up because we're trying to self-police. We're not trying to get security in our section, but we if they have to come in, they'll come in. But just back us up when we ask you, when anybody asks you for anything. Like let's try to cooperate so we can fucking have B Block running by supporters and only supporters. Cool.
But how about that Tifo though?
Oh my god. Like, listen, I knew it was big, but then when I seen the drone shot,
Yeah,
the drone
it's
shot
just
really
fucking-
put it
Yep.
in perspective to me, the magnitude of that thing. Big shout out to Rob. Big shout out to Jeremy and everybody else who showed up to Tifo in multiple occasions, who showed up to set up the Tifo and all that shit because, sheesh, that thing was
Even those
huge.
that volunteered at the end, but like, yo, y'all need help. Like
Hmm.
random people that I've never ever, doesn't mean that I'm the, but random people I've never seen just kind of grabbing the tifo, running with it, going through and just asking. It was a lot. People that tifo kind of didn't allow people to go in and out of their section, and we were holding it down. Everyone was super understanding. That drone shot, I heard that you could watch it from the space station in NASA. I can't confirm
Can't
nor
confirm
deny,
nor deny.
but that shit's 100% accurate.
It's huge, yo.
USSR.
um, do you guys, Angel? Do you remember what the dimensions Rob was mentioning for the Tifo?
The what?
Big as
Sorry.
The
fuck.
dimensions? Yeah, big as fuck.
NASA viewable.
That's a viewable. Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah.
Listen again. Shout out to everybody who took part in any way, shape, or form of helping us put out the display because that shit was huge and it was beautiful.
Hey, the big as fuck letters too, though. You can see
Yeah.
it all the way from the opposite end. That what exactly that read. It was clear. Like that shit was nice as fuck. See, simple to the point. Actually addresses the club. Top notch.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. We were stressing because we knew we had to block the entrances when those came up, and they came up a little early, and I was like, oh, people are gonna be tripping because they can't get in right now, right? But no, everybody was on like, oh, okay, I get what you guys are doing. Cool, we'll wait. And I was like, I love you guys.
Dope.
I love you guys right now. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was, I thought I was gonna have to
Everyone was
like,
super
no,
understanding.
everybody was super understanding. So it was super cool. Again, I'm in love with you guys. I'm in love with B Block. This year's gonna be dope.
Masa, some people want to hear you speak, so speak.
Masa, say your name or
Hello.
something.
Hello.
Sure.
Which is legit. Like
Hi.
you've been with ACB.
Wait, were you at the game?
No, I wasn't at the game.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what
yeah,
I'm
because I didn't
saying.
see you. Yeah.
I can't experience. The only thing I could say on over the broadcast, you guys were loud as shit. Like the whole game, that shit was like a
Well, talk about
different
that.
type of loud. So shout out to you guys. Tifo was dope. You guys look amazing on TV. So shout out to everybody that participated and sat in the section or stood in the section. So I love all of you, dog. This shit's something that you. Or how long have we been going? Really, I can't remember. Like
13,
11 years,
going
maybe
on 13.
13. Or my bad, like 13 years. So I never thought. Well, I did think. I just it's crazy to see it,
Yeah.
Because when we started going, we were probably like, I want to say like 5 to 15 rows,
Yeah, max.
and that was about it. That was
Yep.
about it. So seeing it is amazing. And we're talking about four sections here, so that shit is wild. That shit is nuts to me.
Yeah,
So
man.
shout out to everybody.
It's organic too. That's what's dope about it.
You going
That's what's dope about it.
yep. You going for the Orlando game?
Now I'm being Arizona.
Oh, you're missing out. All right.
Go. Yeah, I know.
So
Now go watch Dodgers.
that was a good part of the night. That was the part we all enjoyed. That was the part that we took a lot of pride and joy off of. Now let's get into something was really disappointing, at least for me, and definitely a letdown for everybody. Let's talk about this game. I'll start off with everybody's.
I mean,
We have to. This is what we do.
Listen.
This is what this podcast is about. We have to talk
and we
about
get
it.
into it right now. Right. But just, I mean, disappointed. I don't know if I'm gonna say
Oh,
disappointed.
really?
Because
Really?
Interesting.
this is what I said. What happened?
All right,
So
let's get into it. Let me start
You
with the
know-
lineup and then we get into it because I'm interested in hearing that. We came out. I should have done my homework and remember this, but we came out with Bingham in the back as always. Big Bingham, kind of medium-sized Bingham.
Today, yeah.
I'll give it to him. That's
this
fine. You
week-
could.
Big Bingham?
I give.
This weekend,
He gave us a reason to celebrate at the end.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that. I'll give you this one.
Oh fuck, we didn't talk about tailgate. We'll come back to that. And two on the left, Felcher on the right, Depew.
The pew.
The
It's
Pew.
the pew.
The Pew.
The pew. Pew.
I got to do duck lips when I say the Pew. And people in center backs, Jonah Dos Santos as defending mid, Pavon out left, Sasha Corona in the middle with Kataya out wide, and Chicharito the lone striker. Let's talk about this lineup for a second. My information was wrong. Jonah started the game, but to
It
be
should
honest
have
though,
been. It
but to
should
be
have been
honest,
right
I
though.
wish I wish it would
Yeah,
have
it
been
should have
right.
been right. Yeah,
I wish it would
I'm
have
not
been
gonna
right.
knock you on that. It was pretty. Listen, if you gotta make that sub at halftime, you should never start in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Like I
Exactly.
wish I would have been
I
right on
wouldn't
this
have
one.
even played him.
I wish I would have been right because again, and I'll start by saying like I didn't get a chance to rewatch the game, and I missed a lot of the game at the stadium. So I'm basing what I'm saying off of like extended previews and as much content as they get from online, which is hard because it's fucking Spectrum and they don't have shit online. Um, but like from what I've seen, like he was not a factor in the game. And you're talking about Jonah dos Santos not being a factor in the game. He wasn't 100,
Mm,
He wasn't a factor.
right? Like
No.
that's my
And he looked like 20 minutes in like he was something was bugging him. It wasn't like it was like a fluid or like a rusty looking Jonah. It was like, nah, bro, you're still hurt.
see,
Why are
but this,
you even playing?
while I agree with you guys there 100%, that's how you know the difference in class between Jonah and any other center midfielder we have. Because that first half to me was way different than the second half in terms
But
of fluidity with Jonah in the game. Right. Obviously, it's kind of jaded a little bit the last 10, 15 minutes because of the red card. I get that. But to me, there was something different with Jonah in there as opposed to out there.
Okay.
I mean, out, out on
that's
my opinion.
You know
fair
what?
enough. Fair
You know
enough.
And I
what's
rewatched the
rebuttal
game.
that
And I rewatched the game.
I think the first half of the Houston game was the best that we've played in all when it comes to midfield, with or without Jonah. I think Jonah was playing scared. He felt something early, and I think he just played it safe. And he was playing from the back, just playing it safe, kind of distributing the ball. So I still don't think he's ready. I don't think he should
I
be
don't
out
think so
there.
either. Yeah.
Well, listen,
Agree.
the good thing is that we're hearing it was just some tightness and precautionary that took him out. I'm hoping that's the case.
This is not from your source, right?
No. This
All right.
I'm never saying that. No. Again, listen, I don't think he was wrong. I think that it was a game time session. They were like, is the home opener come out and play? Regardless, I wish I would have been right because it wasn't the Jonas Santos that we know and perform the way he does. But yeah, other than that, Corona was a surprise for me because I think we all had legit in there.
Yeah,
Right? Do we all legit? I had legit. I know Masa and
I had legit.
George had legit. So having Corona there was something different, but I understood it. Maybe especially knowing that Jonah's not 100%, you want somebody like him, where Jonah could delegate some of the responsibilities. So I understood it, and I seen the lineup, and I was like, okay, with this team, I'm still confident that we could get a result at home. Home opener, B block pop, and these guys could get a fucking win. Unfortunately, I was wrong again. Again, I said I didn't watch the game. I didn't get a chance to rewatch the game. So I'll let you guys take over and let's talk about the first half.
Masa, I'll let you go
Honestly,
first. Or
yeah,
George.
Masa,
Yeah, 'cause
Masa
hasn't-
saw the
yeah.
game from the TV. He saw it from the TV.
I
but
rewatched it too, but I want to
Yeah.
hear
No,
Masa because he hasn't spoke a lot yet.
But I want to say that the first half and the second half kind of blended in together to me. I don't see a difference of what anything
No, I
was.
saw a difference. It's hard to say. I don't know if it was Jonah coming out or what, but there was a difference in the first half and the second half. At least in the first half, I felt like we were, even though we weren't creating a lot, we had like a structure where I think we only got caught once on a counter and we recovered. But second half, it was
That was
just
like
a
a
lot
tie
more
recovery,
sloppy.
right?
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
where Qatar recovered. But in the second half, it was just sloppy. We weren't able to connect any passes. Everybody was kind of spread out wide, and there was no connection in the midfield. The midfield looked gas already. So in the first half, there was at least a structure where we didn't look dangerous, but I mean, we had a couple of chances to missing that final pass, and then that's a big difference to me from the first half and second half. But other than that, the game was kind of trash though. Watching the game live, I was pissed, dog. Like 10 minutes in, I was already mad. Like, what the fuck are we doing? When I saw it live, I rewatched it again. The first half it wasn't that upsetting anymore, maybe because I already knew what was coming. But I don't know,
Well,
man.
and to support you,
I think it's a
support your
chemistry
case
issue.
too. Well, and to support what you're saying,
Excuse, hold on,
I
hold on,
do
hold
the
on. Say
same
that
thing.
again. Say that again.
It's a chemistry issue to me.
100%.
Andrew.
I was gonna say to support your case that I think we had a better first half. At least even when we were watching the game, I recall our better chances being in the first half. Now there was a Katai header that he missed again early on. Sasha missed a wide open shot. Right, the goalie was yards out, and all he had to do was he didn't even have to hit it. He hit it with the laces. If he would have just placed it with the inside of his feet or his foot, he would have made that. Like he didn't
Or
have
pass
to.
it to
Pass
Pavon's
it
But
left.
Pavon.
to be fair,
Well,
but to be fair though,
anything else he could have done. I think
to be
he
fair, that's
chose
not
to.
easy though.
No, but
No,
but
but it's
Even
easy
if
to
the
pass
goalie's
to
Someone
not
like
there,
him?
that's not easy.
listen.
though.
Okay,
No,
fine.
that's
It's
not.
not
The
easy, but he had
decision's
options.
easy.
Yeah, there you go. He had
No,
options.
yeah,
There
I
was
agree. We
options.
could
There
have
was
done
time.
anything else with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, point is, I'm backing up your case that I recall more chances in that first half. And I do recall more movement from Chicharito in that first half. I do recall more attempted creativity from Pavon on that first half. But the first half only. I don't recall much from the second, even after watching the game again. I don't want to get too much of the second.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. But just in the first half, I'm with you. I do think we were better. I mean, that doesn't change the fact that I'm not gonna say we were miles better or that it was apparent that we were way the better team. No, I just think we were slightly better, and that's not a good thing. That is not a good thing.
Especially against Vancouver, a team that wasn't doing much.
What's your thoughts on the first half, George?
Like I said, I think the first half and the second half blended a lot for me. I didn't see anything from anyone, including Pavon. I think he is stuck on the goal that he scored in the first game, and he was being very predictable. A lot of players, a lot of defenders knew that he was going to be cutting back in, and I think. And personally, I think that he's going to be a lot more dangerous when faking in and going out going down
space.
the wing,
Yeah.
because then that's the space that Chicharito is going to. Because Pavon knows how to drive that ball down the middle, and I think they at least have a better understanding than anyone else on that team. Because anyone else on that team gets that ball on that wide, their first instinct is to cross the ball, header, and try to look for somebody to get at the end of the play. For example, for the Katai thing, so he was predictable. It was a lot of the same from the first game. I don't understand why our game plan is to play Zlatan ball, and I hate to use that, term because he's not on our team anymore. But I think we're the only ones that understand that he's not there. The creativity needs to be coming down the middle, or for example, like the
It does, right?
Huh?
But we don't have anyone to create down the middle, and that's what the problem is.
Well, so let me-
We thought Sasha was probably going to be that, but he wasn't. He's not, obviously. We don't have a number 10.
But to add to that, that's exactly why the Pavon thing, where if you're gonna take a player one-on-one, take him down the wing where you're pulling a lot of more marks, and then Chicharito could be able to move inside the box and we drive something down the middle. If we're gonna place something from the wing to the middle, it needs to be something in the box where our winger takes a player one-on-one, and then that's how we create. But we're crossing the ball from our sideline or a little bit close, like Rolf Felcher and Insua. Insua's crosses are fine. There's nothing wrong with them, but I don't think that they're meant for the type of players that we have.
Yeah.
I want
And
to add one thing to what you're saying too. My biggest issue with this Galaxy team, and I know we've been saying it for I believe a couple seasons, is the midfielders crashing the box. Right? There was a play where I think Pavon runs down the wing and he crosses into the box. Chicharito makes the first post run, and Katai is outside of the box,
Mhm.
and they're like I think Sasha or Joe Benny, they're like outside of the 18. It's like, yo, we're gonna play with two wingers and a striker. That second winger needs to be in the box too, and at least one more midfielder needs to be in the penalty area to crash the box. And we're not doing that. Like everyone seems to stay in their position. Everyone stays wide. And then Chicharito's in the box, and he's by himself with
He's
like
a no
four
man's land.
defenders. That shit's
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
that's the play where he had to drag back and push out wide to Rolf, right? Is that the play that you're talking about?
I don't remember, but that's
But it was
I don't remember exactly when it happened, but that's what I saw most of the game.
No. Oh, again, I'm
And
about to
shit
say
is
that.
like so frustrating to see. Like, yo, like make a run into the box. Like just because you have the one striker there doesn't mean to stop running. Or let's say like as a player who plays in the cam position, the midfielder, yeah, you hit by one, but you're not making any effort to keep going. You lay the ball off and you just wait for him to do something. and you don't continue your run, like that shit is stupid. Like this should
I
be
mean,
common sense.
we
Eh,
talk,
and I hate to bring up the past, but there's one player that I think would be perfect for this one is Antuna. Antuna's speed, he's
mm.
capable to take players one on one, and I think he
No,
runs
he's not.
diagonally in.
No, he's
He's
not.
well, you
We
always hated
talked.
Antuna.
No, fuck
No,
that.
you
No, we
always hated
we said this
Antuna.
shit multiple
Antuna
times that he
was
can't take players one on
Antuna's
one.
speed,
Fuck that.
his
but I
speed.
don't agree with you either, though.
That's exactly
No,
what we
no,
need.
no. We're not
But
talking
same thing. We can
about.
say same
Antuna's
thing for
speed
both
and
thing then. We can say the
Antuna's
same thing for both thing. They can't take
okay,
players
that's
one on one.
perfect. That's
But I'm
perfect. That's
not
exactly
talking
what we need
about.
because when we're not able to take players one on one or we don't take them in speed, we rely on crossing the ball from our defenders. We need somebody to crash in or take someone one on one,
But
or at least to try and then put it down the
but
middle. That's all that we
I
need.
think what Massa is alluding to is you need players to move so the defense could get spread. Because right now, since they're not moving, they're static, and it's easy to cover Chicharito. Right? You have nobody moving. If everybody's just looking out wide and nobody moving inside the box except for Chicharito, like defense is cake for the defense, right? You have one player in there. If nobody else touching the box, nobody else making moves, then defense don't have to move. They can stand in front of you and just look at what you're gonna do next, right? And try to beat you
Look,
to it.
if that's the case, we're gonna talk about old players. You know who is missing in this right now? Who would fit this? And who's saucy and didn't give a shit and would attempt shit, even though he always come out right? It's Fabio. Fabio would have been the
And he's
right
doing
now.
the
He
shit
would've
with
been on
Pumas,
point
too.
that-
100%.
And
Yep.
I got murdered for
That's
fucking
right.
that
100%.
guy up, dog.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah.
shit. But listen,
No, hold on. By
so
who? I always backed you up with
so-
him.
so-
I
No,
like
no,
him.
I'm not
let's-
talking about the pod. I'm talking about in general. Like, oh, Fabio's trash, blah blah. He only played 60 minutes. You know who else only played 60 minutes? Katai.
Katai.
Dog.
I-
you know what? Let me ask something to continue this conversation. In this first half, is there anybody in our bench right now that you would have played instead of anybody else in the
See, and
first
that's where the
11?
problem is.
Yep.
Only legit.
We don't have. I just said we don't have a number 10, even with Jonah in the team. That's fine, but he's a true number 8. He's gonna be your box to box guy. Sure, he'll have his moments of brilliance because he's good enough where he can create shit, but he's not a player. I don't understand how there's clubs like fucking Portland that can get players like Sebastian Blanco. And we can, and yes, I'm gonna keep alluding to him over and over because I think he's fucking amazing. But you get what I'm saying? It's a team like fucking Portland. We're the LA Galaxy, and we can't get a real fucking number 10. That fucking bugs the shit out of me. Like right now, we're trying to make a number 10 out of 2 players. We're asking these 3 guys to rotate down the middle, right? Whether it be a mix of any of the 5 that we keep talking about. Oh, right now 4 because Jonah's not in there. We don't have a number 10, and now we're trying to come up with ways of creating that again. People are saying, well, we should try Pavon there and then put Legit out there.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
no. That's not what we gotta do. No, it's we need to go and get a number 10 if that's what we
Yeah.
want to play.
Here, since we're on the topic of number 10, Be Nasty asked me this question because he was here. Do we spend that money, let's say, on Alan Franco, or do you potentially think Depew could cover that position? And
Can
you
we
go look
hold
for
that?
number
Yeah,
10?
hold,
Because
You
we
wanna
can
hold
talk
that?
about that in the
Yeah.
second half.
Yeah.
Because I want to address
Yeah,
something on him.
Let-
Yeah,
so-
we'll get to that. Yeah.
So let's do that. Let's move into the second half where, I mean, just by stats and events, we did worse, right? We got scored on. We conceded a penalty. There was never a spark in the team to take over this game, right? And it was there for it because I don't want to take credit away from Vancouver, but I still don't think they were the better team. We were just poor. You know what I mean? Actually, you know what? Let me take that back.
Yep.
They were the better team that night, but I don't think they're a better.
Because they won or because they were a better team? I don't think they were a better team.
I think they were a better
They
team.
were a
If-
better
if-
team
I think they were a better
compared
team.
to shit.
Yeah,
compared
because
to
we were
shit, they're a
bad.
better team.
That's the
Well,
problem.
right. That's what I'm saying. We were bad,
think we're a
and I
better
think we
team
were
in
equally
general.
as bad. We were both equally as bad. They just
They were
They got the goal.
They were
Goal.
slightly better than.
So
they
they
were
were-
slightly better. Like if it could be by very small margins, but at the end of the night, I think they were the better team because we were really piss poor bad. Again, I didn't see it, so I'll let you guys.
so-
take over.
Well,
and-
yeah, and I saw it again. I don't think they were better. I just think that we on paper have these quote unquote players where if we do bad, it's amplified that much more. Right? We're talking this 2020 version of the LA Galaxy. If we're talking the 2017 version of the LA Galaxy, it's understandable. Right? It's get why we just naturally suck. With this team that we supposedly have on paper right now, we're supposed to be better. We're supposed to. So when we're trash, it's amplified.
Yep.
I don't think that Vancouver was a better team on the night. If anything, they were on par. on par, and that's not a good thing. That's a bad thing.
Listen, you could argue that all
Listen,
you
they got the
want.
goal. They won 1-0.
Exactly.
Regardless of what it
You
is,
could
they're
argue
the
about it
better
all you
team.
want, but they got the goal and we didn't. So like just by that margin, I think they were a better team on Saturday, right? Just by that margin alone. And again, you could argue it, and I think you could create some valid points. Even if we were a better team, we still took the L. That in my opinion, we should have never taken that L, right? But we did. Listen, we started second half off by the admission of Dos Santos, right? He comes off and Kitchen comes in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then again, you guys run with it. What do you guys see in the second half?
Masa, let you go first.
Shit.
Yeah,
it was
If you're not
weird
ready, I'm ready.
'cause-
I know exactly what I saw
go
first.
for it. Go
All right,
for it.
what I saw first is with the I guess the idea. This is what I saw when I rewatched it. The idea is Sasha, you're gonna definitely play up, more in that cam role, and Corona was gonna be more of that box to box guy, with Kitchen playing more of that CDM role to keep that coverage. That's what the idea seemed to be, at least when the sub was made. That's not what I saw pan out on the field. I honestly, to me, I don't even know what I saw. I can't really tell you. I can't figure out what the fuck that was.
That's fucking bad.
Legitimately, it's bad. Yeah, like sometimes you can see that there's creativity or there's an attempt to do something. With that stuff, I couldn't even tell what they were trying to do. Like I watched the game over. I'm like, I'm staring at this shit like, what am I can't figure out what they're trying to do. I can't figure out what these three midfielders are trying to do. In my opinion, and that's bad.
Question. When it comes to that, is that a player thing or a coaching thing?
Good question.
Well,
See,
look at the midfielders on the field. Like, what are they gonna do?
Wait,
What can they do?
you think they can be better than what they were?
No, hold on.
Well, but see,
think-
okay,
no,
so
I think they could
I
be
can address
coaching
this.
No,
second
they
half.
can't. No, they could be better, right? But they're not creative. You have Perry Kitchen,
Oh,
defensive
no,
minded.
I'll
Joe
debunk
Benny
that right now.
Corona, which is box to box, but he's more defensive minded, and Sasha Kleshin, but he's gassed already.
Okay,
he's
that's
gassed
fair.
60
If
minutes
you're gonna
in.
say he's gassed, that's fine. But you can't say that he's not creative because we've
No,
been on
he's-
record in this
he's
pod
creative,
two
bro.
episodes back talking about how we like his creativity. So you can't say that as a coach. I think GBS did. Oh, listen, we can talk about tactics after this, right? After this specific,
Yeah.
these
Second half.
specific three, because I do think we can talk about some tactical shit that he's gonna have to revisit based on his team. But if we're talking about those three, there you go. We just talked about each of their fucking functions. Cam, we said that Sasha was supposed to play in that more attacking role, with Joe Benny gonna be more of that box to box. Supposedly, at least that's what it looked like it was gonna be, and then Kitchen in that CDM role. So where do you not see their functions?
Yeah. Well,
Where do you not see their functions?
I think it's more of. I think it was Massa who said it in the beginning. It's definitely that lack of chemistry, though. You know what I mean? And I know you don't like hearing this, Angel, but to me, like, it's a lack of chemistry everywhere else except for the defense, which is
Wait,
weird.
how do I not like to hear this? I mentioned this
Okay,
early
I'm
on,
sorry.
very
I'm
early
sorry.
on. I talked about chemistry.
I thought you made one of the Fuji faces when Massa said chemistry. That's why I figured you wouldn't like to hear that.
Yeah, that because now you guys are talking about it, and I've been talking about this shit for fucking weeks.
Yeah, but see, like nobody
Listen,
cares.
I've been saying
right?
it too. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
no one disagree
Listen,
with
and
you.
during the preseason, and I was getting people texting me during the preseason when I was like, "This team's not going to be creative. There's going to be no creativity." And then they're like, "Oh no! It's the fact that we have Jonah, we have Chicha. Like they've been playing with each other forever. That's not what it is. You're
Even
under a
that's
new
not
coach.
true. Even that's not true.
All right.
Even that's not
And-
true.
listen,
That means they don't
You're
pay
playing
attention
a new
to
coach.
next team.
You're playing with new minds. There's a lot of people different around you. This team is not creative.
Let's save our thoughts for like the next episode. Let's just finish off second half. Give me a little bit more about the goal. Let's talk.
Let me add
Oh,
to
go for
second
it. Go
half.
for it.
Let me add second half one more thing. My biggest issue, right, was Katai. And not that he came off in the 60th minute, whatever, dog, his lack of urgency when he has the ball on his feet is fucking concerning to me, dog. He looks slower than me, dog, and that says a lot. Like, that shit pisses me
Who?
off.
Katai.
Katai.
Oh,
His lack of urgency when he has the ball to let it go, like,
But
I
let me ask a
don't
question.
You
understand.
know
Let me
who
ask-
he reminds me of? He reminds you of Legit. There's no sense of urgency last year, Legit, where the ball was just being played back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I
Yeah, but
think
at
you're
least the
building up
Jet
your
passed
subs.
it back.
Well,
Yeah,
let me
but
ask
the
a
thing
question.
is, you, huh?
Let me ask a question, Masa. So you say he's like an emergency. Is he making right decisions though, even though he's taking longer, or he's
Well,
no
he's
urgencies and
losing
bad?
the ball. He's losing the ball because he's
Bro, sometimes he's not even
fucking.
losing the
They
ball. Sometimes
double
he's just
team him and
launching
that's
it to
it.
the other side.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I don't understand what the fuck. Dog, you're a professional. You get paid this much amount of money. You played in Europe. You should play a little faster because the game over there is a little faster than here. And you come over here and you do this shit, and there's a lack of urgency from you. Like I don't understand. I really don't understand. And that's not a chemistry issue.
Kat-
That's a personal issue.
That's a
Like
player issue.
or at least for me, that's my main concern.
Katai got subbed off for Legit. Did we see better from Legit out wide than we did from Katai?
A little
It
better, and
was
that's not saying
better
much,
because
though.
Katai
That's not
was
saying
so
much.
shit. Yeah,
Mm.
I would say it was better because Katai was so garbage.
It's kind of
At
like the
least with
Vancouver
legit,
Galaxy
you
thing.
got like a. At least with legit, you got like a sense of urgency, right? He was trying to go forward. He was trying to take players on, but like I don't know. I really don't know.
That's interesting. All right.
This is what I'm gonna add to that. When Leggett came in, yes, there was an uptick in sense of urgency, but he keeps drifting to the middle.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one thing I want to debunk now is Leggett is not a winger anymore. I'm sorry, anyone. Like I get that when he came in from West Ham, we had
That's
him
true.
playing in that role. That's fine the first year or two, but right now, legit, I think he needs to be starting that center midfield role. And we've gone saying this last year, saying that him and Jonah seem to play better
Mm-hmm.
together in that
Mm-hmm.
center midfielder role as opposed to Joe Benny. I've gotten shit before, people trying to defend Joe Benny. Listen, my man has a heavy touch. That's the reason he got that red card. Anyone that says that those two yellows are not yellows, you're tripping
Mm-hmm.
balls.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, there's even you could probably talk about that second yellow being a straight red.
Mm-hmm.
That's all him on some Sardis ass touch because he had
Yep.
enough time to control that ball. Listen, I personally like Leggett better right now in that center midfielder role. Unfortunately, Jonah's still out, but I need those two guys to play together because Leggett at least gives you that hustle that I think a lot of these guys lack, and he understands when there is a sense of urgency that needs to like he understands that mentally. I think a lot of these guys are missing that. One again, to recap that, Leggett can't play in the wing. It's
no.
it's apparent
Well,
he can't
And
do that anymore.
to add
since
to
So we need a
that,
backup.
did you guys hear the pod where he says the
yeah,
shit about Slatan or whatever?
yeah.
Oh,
He
chill.
credits
Well,
out
well,
He credits out Robbie Rogers for backing him up because he says himself, "I am not a winger." And the first 2 years that they put me a winger, if it wasn't for Robbie Rogers backing me up, I would have been lost. And he says he's not a winger, and
Well, there you
he's
go.
not. Like you could see it.
Let me bring this back to Joe Corona. Joe Corona's got the first yellow card 67th minute and send off at the 74th minute. So within 10 minutes he got two yellow cards. George,
mhm.
how how irresponsible or how much of that is on him for not realizing he's on a yellow card and coming in that time?
You know what's crazy? I would say it's a young player. I would say that he's inexperienced, but this man's played everywhere. He understands the game. I think it was just frustration on his part because the first one was a straight up yellow, 100%. And to Angel's point, that second one was a straight red. You mistouched the ball and you went in with your right foot and you stepped on him with your left foot. I don't see why people were complaining about that. That's a straight red. It's inexperience, but it's also it's a young. You still have a young mindset. I don't think that there's anyone. He needs someone to put him under his shoulders and say this is what you need, and completely on him. It's completely different to what we were seeing in preseason. I think that's a lot of what we've been seeing. Players that we saw show out in preseason aren't showing up.
What-
We were here talking about Sasha Kleshtin. We were here. I was here. I was talking about Joe Benny. I'll put it on me. I was really happy with what I was seeing. He seemed like an enforcer. He seemed that type, but he's not there right now. I don't understand what's happening.
I don't agree with you, right? I still
what?
think he was one of the better midfielders in this game.
before the red.
Regardless of the card, right? The card.
We're going back to comparing shit to shit. We're going back to comparing the Galaxy to Vancouver. We're going back to comparing Katai to Leggett. You're not. What are you going to base him off of? You're going to base him off of 20-minute Jonah that was hurt. You're going to base him off of Sasha Kleshin that was probably not there, and you're going to base him off of Perry Kitchen that his role is just to kind of stay back. You're not comparing him to much.
Not great. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Ooh.
Go for it. Yes, I'm sorry.
Um, It's not anything you guys are saying. I think everything that you guys have argued, you each fine. What do you guys have anything to add before we move on to something else?
Yeah. Well, let's finish the second half. Let's talk
Right,
about that
it's
goal.
about the second half.
Let's talk about that goal.
Okay.
I
Um.
have I have a big issue on this goal right here.
Oh, go for it.
I
Go
think
for
Oh, let
it.
me hear
I have
that.
the same issue. I think we all have the
I think
same
I know
issue.
where Angel's going
Go for it.
with this, and I'm gonna.
Speak your mind. Speak your mind. I want to hear
Should
it.
I go?
Yeah, go for
Alright,
it.
go. My issue with this goal is Nick DePew committing to slide, right?
Mm.
Right? That's fine. You could commit. But if you see that you're outside the box, which you were, take that man down.
Yes.
Right then and there.
There
That's
it is. There you go.
That's inexperience to me. And I'm not gonna put blame on him. Like that should have never that player should have never gotten that far. But yeah, take him down. Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why don't you just lift your leg up and you get a yellow?
I mean, listen. I don't think he even needed to go down, right? But once you committed to going down, it's basic, right? Like when you slide, you either keeping the ball or you're taking out the player. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But both of them can't get through you if you're sliding,
Yep.
right? But you know what? Here I'll say something to defend him though. That was a dumb mistake. It was an inexperienced mistake. But he looks like a smart player, and I think we won't see that again, right? Like
Okay.
Yeah.
So really quick though, because because I want to keep talking about Depew. There's Depew, because I actually had a conversation with Hugo about this. At first, he tried to say that it was that was not his fault or whatever, and I absolutely think it's his fault.
It's just.
But right, so someone here in the chat just said the goal was Rolf's fault.
Oh,
There's
no.
no
I don't
way.
agree 100%.
No way.
But let me tell you where the first problem with that goal was, though. It was off of a throw-in that happened on our end, and no one fought it or got it deep. This is one person. This is a pet peeve of mine when you're playing this. And this, you guys see me do this shit all the time. One, if unless there's no one around you, I'm never gonna play a throw-in back. I'm never gonna play it back. And if I'm in my defensive half, I'm gonna get that ball as far forward as much as possible. The only thing I guess I would give Felster shit for is for throwing the throw in so close to the D, where I don't know who were the two Galaxy players that couldn't fucking put their head on the ball, that it ends up on a Vancouver player. And yes, of course, Felster is not going to be in the right position. It's off of a throw in on our defensive half, so of course it's going to be a through ball wide open. But even then, this is where it becomes Depu's fault. He's in an excellent position to do one of three things. Right? One of three things. And this is what I told Hugo. Either one, if you're going to slide, you're 100% getting that ball. You got to be absolutely sure you're getting that ball.
Mhm.
Two, if you're not sure if you're going to get the ball, you got to stand your ground and follow that player all the way to the end line.
Mhm.
All the way to the end line. Because even if he does get the cross off low, you're still giving the rest of the defense enough time to recover, to drop in there, right? And to try and clear the ball out. But your chances of giving a great ball from the offensive player from Vancouver are going to decrease drastically if you have someone pushing you all the way to the end line where you have to make a decision at the very last minute or last second. Do you guys agree?
Yep. I
As
agree.
opposed to what he did right there. Or the third, take that fucking yellow outside that box. Fucking take his ass out.
Yeah.
Like clear him out.
Outside.
Bless you.
Clear him out.
And
You
it
have
wasn't
three
even
fucking
like
options.
he wasn't even close to like it wasn't even that close to the box where like, oh shit, if I foul him, it's gonna be a penalty.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
or maybe he was
His whole
unaware
body,
of where he was
his
at,
whole
right?
body, no, and that's an experience. But his whole body
It's fine.
was outside
Yeah.
of the box, so you need to
Yeah.
understand that
Yeah.
that player is
Yeah.
going to be there. And to Rudy's point, listen. I've never played. I don't play defender, but you always know either the ball or the player gets through. Not both.
Listen again though, right?
I could tell you as a defender, I'm taking everybody out if I can't.
Listen,
get the
that's
ball.
true. Muscle's even taken out his own teammates before.
Yeah.
So,
Multiple.
right.
He-
multiple teammates, right?
Here's what I say though. Like I'm. It did lead to the losing goal, right? But the Pew has impressed me, and he's a smart kid. I'm really hoping he takes that, he looks at that, and learns from that, right? Because
Well,
'Cause
and
we have
this is why
some-
I want to rebuttal that too,
Yeah.
and because everyone knows how much shit I get David Bingham, right? I gave him so much shit for the last game against Houston, And I'm sure someone's probably thinking right now in their car listening to this or here in the chat, oh well, why do you not sound so much bitchy about David Bingham all the time and obviously not Depute. One, you guys are 100% right. I think up to that, Depute had a fucking great game, or at least defensively, the defense as a whole. Sure, granted, it was a soft ass, weak ass game, but they hadn't done anything major, in my opinion, to grant like, hey, these guys are having a terrible game. And we've said this a couple of episodes back that look, if we're averaging at least one goal a game, which ideally we want to do 0, with quote unquote this firepower that we're supposed to have, we should be in a good place just conceding one goal per game,
Yep.
right?
You
Agreed.
said that.
And right,
That was
and
your. That was
yeah, I
your
know it
take,
was.
no?
Yeah, correct. But even then, I'm not gonna give Depew all this shit from this specific goal because it's one mistake,
Mhm.
right? The rest of the team didn't. I'm not saying the rest of the team. At least the midfield and the offense didn't back up to support anything. And this is his very first year. 2 games in, he's actually looking good. Whereas David Bingham, we're talking about an MLS veteran that's still making stupid mistakes that apparently is now going to cost our team. You see where the difference is? This is why people need to, when things are being said, compare apples to apples.
I love.
So Depew, I say he still keeps going at it.
I love. I love.
But like,
I love how you went like all the way around just to come back to saying fuck Bingham.
yeah, of course, always.
I wasn't sure where that was going,
exactly,
but I can see where you.
But you're right though. No, but you're right. If Depew doesn't learn from this, if this happens again, and he doesn't do any of those 3 things that I mentioned, then there we have a problem. This guy is not intelligent because he's
You know
not
what the
learning
problem
from
is
his
with me
mistake.
when it comes to that? It's on him, but I think that there's no leadership in the back for him for someone to take him and be like, look, this is what it is. Because at the same time, the person next to him is making mistakes. I don't think that he made a mistake in this goal, but I think that's when we know, to your point, if Dupuy looks back and looks at the footage and say, damn, I should have done this and that's when we grow from a player. But if he doesn't do that, at the same time, I think that there should be someone in the back line or a leader in the back line to be like, hey, look at this play, and this is what needs to be happening.
Yeah, no,
And we don't have that right now.
again, I think he's young enough that there's a lot of that going on with him, right? Where there's a lot of people just kind of like always like, hey, here's where you can prove this what you did wrong. So I'm hoping again, I'm impressed. I had very very low expectations for the Pew, right? Coming into the season, I didn't have almost any expectation. I figured Steris and people like from the jump, and then if we brought somebody else in, then maybe. But right now, GBS has a decision to make. If Steris is healthy for Saturday, which we're not going to get into today, we'll get into on Wednesday night at Tailgate. Make sure you tune into that. He has a decision to make, right? If Steris healthy, did the Pew inexperience affect it that much that you got to take him out? Or is people not playing at capacity that you got to take him out? Or is Steris just riding the bench until somebody fucks up? Like, that's a decision he has to make now, right?
Oh, we'll talk about it then because I can address that now. But
I was about to talk about it too.
yeah. Because I kind of felt like jumping into. But go back to what Masa asked the question earlier that he had would be nasty. So then what? With this being said, do we go out and get an Alan Franco, or do we use that money to get a number 10?
Yeah. Listen. Let's wrap up this game, and then we can talk about that on our thoughts.
Okay. So last in PK.
Oh, actually, I got one question about this, right? Because like I've seen that goal.
The penalty?
I'm talking about still with the goal.
Oh, still the goal.
Still with the goal, right? I want to ask something because I don't know how I feel about this. Is there something more that the midfielders or other defenders could have done in this goal, or was it just a bang play after the previous?
If there was someone that should have been doing it, and I'm not saying that there is, it should have been the midfielder. It should have been. It wasn't people's spot to be there. A lot of people were blaming him. The pass where it was away from him, and if we're gonna blame him, then if he would have stepped up and the ball would have gone behind him, you guys are gonna give him shit for that. Nothing on this was on people. If there was something that should have been done, the midfielder.
Legit, I don't get where the hate for people is in this game. You're right.
I don't get it either.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I don't understand it. I
wanna
didn't
talk
make
about
any
that.
mistakes. I don't understand. And I seen people saying that people should have stepped up. Legit, the pass was like 5 yards away from him.
And it was
That shit. It
First
wasn't.
time?
It
We'll
wasn't.
get to, and we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that because I want to talk about the penalty.
So to your point,
wanna
Rudy,
add
hold up, to answer Rudy's question, if there was anyone that could have done something, I personally don't think that it was a good touch, first touch. It should have been a midfielder. It shouldn't have been a defensive mistake. It wasn't a defensive mistake other than the Dupuy going to the floor early.
My shit's still gonna go back to that throw needs to be deeper.
Okay.
You have to, like
right?
it. Yeah, like that's. Again, this is something that you guys see me every fucking when we play together. Like I hate playing the ball back. I'd rather lose it up top, but it's lost on the other end. it's not lost in a dangerous position where something quick can come out of it. At least if I'm losing it, in the other half, fuck it. My defense and my midfielders have enough time to recover for something. Right there, we were out of shape.
Mhm.
It just because it was more bang bang and how quick that happened. That's what it was, straight up, and it's terrible. Like things like that. I mean, I don't get it. I still don't get it how you're a professional player, how you're a professional team, and don't understand the concept with a throw in, getting it out of danger, and that was still in danger.
Yep. Massa, yeah,
Hence the
something to
goal.
say.
Yeah, I want to add to that because I'm telling you, watch the game would be nasty. Like right before we went live, and he was like, "Oh man, don't you think that's on people that goal?" And I was like, "No way, bro." So, like, cause when that once and he had two options, right? He had Ricketts,
Mhm.
or that's his name, right?
No, Ricketts is the
Yeah,
one.
Or
Oh
Tristan
yeah,
Ricketts.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tristan
yeah.
Ricketts. He's the one scoring.
and people was about to commit to cut that pass, and then he realized that what's his name, Cavallini,
Cavallini.
was right
Cavallini.
behind him. So if he
Yep.
was to cut that pass off, then that's a straight pass across the goal, and it would have been a goal regardless. Because since Depew committed, there was no one guarding him. He
Yep.
had time to either pass back, which he did, or pass right across, and it would have been a goal.
Yeah, he was
So
split.
I mean, there's nothing people could. He got caught right in the middle, and that's because Depew committed it. That's
And to be fair, Ricketts' shot was simple, strong, and quick. You know what I mean?
To where it needs to be.
It was hard.
Yeah,
It's
to
hard
the
to
opposite
react.
post,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
hard to react for anybody. You know what I mean? So again, the Pew.
Well, of course, it's the Galaxy podcast, so we're gonna harp on our guys rather than give them credit.
Yeah, right.
For a good goal.
Like
Yeah.
the Pew goes down early, and that kind of throws everything else off the rail. Vancouver just did what they had to do to score that goal. Listen, more bullshit. We get that PK call. Let's talk about this because George, you had a hot take. You had a hot take
I
on this
personally don't think it was a PK. I've seen it plenty of times. There might have been. I don't see a clip at the bottom. People could argue about it. Listen,
See, this is why you wear glasses.
Hey, you want to
No,
borrow my
probably.
glasses?
Probably.
Man.
You're the only one not wearing
Maybe-
glasses.
no,
What-
Maybe
what
your
are you
prescription
talking
needs to be
about?
different. Rudy, what did you see? So what did you see?
I saw pen.
I saw pen.
Right?
I
I see.
Thank
I,
you.
I,
Pen.
I see. Anytime,
Maybe not clear and
I'm-
obvious on
yeah,
the
well,
on,
I think
on
it is,
the
though.
live feed,
Oh,
but after the
yeah,
replay,
yeah, okay.
easy pen.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah,
pen.
easy, 100%. I
Once you see
agree.
it again-
I think it's not intentional for sure.
Mhm.
It's just like it's unfortunate that people's making the run that way, and he clips him. Like at no point is people looking to see where the offensive player's legs are. Like it legit just kind of crashed into him, and that was a
Yeah.
fluky PK, but it was a legit PK. It's some shit that just happens.
Um,
He was trying to cut off the angle, and he
Yeah,
ran behind
exactly.
the
He ran- yep.
defender. I mean the attacker, and unfortunately he got clipped.
yeah, man. To me, it's again like Angel said, it wasn't intentional. It wasn't even much. But at the end of the day, he clips his back foot and he trips him up inside the box.
Yep.
That has to be a pen. What about Bingham though? And I'll start this one off, right? Like I am big on body language and deciding where I'm going with PKs. Right? When you see you post up and you take your first step back, I make a decision then where it's going. Bingham stood his ground and waited to the last minute to make a decision, which is which listen,
Listen.
I think that's my interpretation of what he did. Right? I think he stood his ground, waited till last minute, and it came to him and he reacted accordingly. Right? Like luckily nobody was coming rushing in to clean up the ball straight down the middle. But I think it was a legit block. I think it was very smart in the way he took it.
I'm not a Bingham hater. But this is not the first time that Bingham stayed in the middle for a PK.
Thank you.
This isn't the first time. I've seen him stay in the middle
Yeah.
plenty of times. And personally, that's not how you, as a goalie, I played goalie 2 years when I was 12. I don't have the experience as much as Rudy, but what I've always been told and what I've always learned, pick a side and go with it.
Yeah.
Because if you wait for the shooter, chances are if that shooter puts some power behind that, you're not catching it. The ball's gonna be faster than your reaction. So I don't give Bingham the props about blocking this.
You don't think
Big
so?
ups to it. It was good. It got the crowd hyped. It kind of felt like a goal for us, but he stayed in the middle plenty of times for other PKs.
I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gonna give it to him. I'm not. If you're watching this pod, if you're watching it live or on YouTube, you know where I side with this. I think it's pretty fucking obvious, but for the sake of the fact that we didn't score a fucking goal and that was as close as we got to a goal that night, I'm gonna let Bingham have this all day, every day. Mm-hmm.
Miles, you got any takes on this? You got any takes on Bingham? Was he right or
My
was he
take
lucky?
is he can't fuck up if he made the so.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Fair,
get it.
fair enough. Listen, there's an art. I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to test my reactions and wait. I don't know. That's just not my style. But again, I'm with Angel. I'll give it to him. It's anywhere you get a PK block, like understand like a PK block, like the percentage is against you as a keeper. Like more likely than not, they're gonna score a PK on you.
Yeah,
So
I
anytime,
fucking agree with him.
anytime you get a block, like
I
I,
agree with
I gotta give a shout out to that. Bingham did get like the highest rating of the team, of course, based on
So he had a good game though.
Based
He
on
had a
who
good
scored.
game.
Yeah, he
I
had,
think so. I mean, well, I don't think he was tested enough to say like, listen, I don't think he got how many shots
I'll
did
tell
he
you,
take?
they
Did he face
took
like
12.
2, 3?
They took 12 shots and only.
I mean, on
only
target,
4
that were
only
actually
4 on
good.
target.
How many?
4 on target.
4?
With that, but
All right,
that
and
means
I'm sure the PK probably counts for one,
yeah,
and
then probably like
and
just
probably a
yeah.
few that I only really remember one in the first half that he did have to make a good save, and then the one that hit the post, but that's gonna be accounted for him as a save, although it was a post to save his ass.
Oh, listen, that was it. The header.
Yeah, the one that Vancouver had in the first half, they hit the post, the top
Yeah.
left side.
He was out of that one. He was completely out
Yeah,
of that one.
that would have gone in. Yeah.
That was nothing he could have
No,
done on that.
that was
It
it.
was a fucking good ball and a good header.
And unfortunately, that's how the fucking match ended, right? Galaxy with 10 players, down 1-0 at home for the home opener, man, which sucked because we like Victoria Block and the supporters were so fucking dope that it sucked that it went down that way. Unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbled.
So what's next? What are we talking about
yeah,
next? Because I want to
let's-
talk about something no one has brought up at all.
Let's talk about a couple things, right? I got a couple things. You guys take whatever you guys want and run with it. One, how drastic does the tactics need to change? Two, what is this team really missing? Going back to the question, is it Franco that we pick up or do we pick somebody else up? Three, is Chicharito a problem or is it the rest of the team a problem?
Hold on, which one are we gonna answer first?
You
'Cause
take-
I
you-
want
I'm gonna go with.
you
I
take-
want to go with 3 first.
When you
Fuck
guys,
that.
you guys take a
go
pick.
with that first.
You guys take a pick. Let's go.
first.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
hold
going
up.
with three
Hold up. Let me answer
Go for
because
it.
I know you guys are gonna go off on a tangent.
No, it's not a tangent. This is exactly what I said was gonna happen in the fucking preseason. 2 games in, plus the preseason, and so far I'm accurate. I'm right as fuck. This is not going to tangent. Exactly what I said was gonna
But
happen
that's
or
not
could
the
happen
question,
is
though.
what happened.
Keep going.
The question is Chicharito the problem?
You cannot blame
No,
a
he's
fucking
not.
player that's doing his
That's all I wanna
job
hear.
based off what the people around him are doing. You're not serving him to the player that he wants to be and the player that he is. He understood who he was before he got here. It's not like he's changing up his ways. It's not like anything's changing. If you're going to bring in a player like that, then you need to understand who you're putting around him and how you're going to change your tactic to help Chicharito. You're not helping him by putting the crosses in high, trying to get him on a header. Everything that we seen from Chicharito, we said it on before he ever came. He taps him in, meaning your fucking foot.
Stop. I had so many people tagging me on the same 3 fucking goals that he scored that supposedly were bangers, which they were from like 10 years ago. So fuck out of here.
No,
With-
oh,
with-
okay,
they were all
then we
fucking
cry-
bang, like they were all
okay.
tap-ins. Fuck that.
Okay.
He can't even fucking dribble.
Bullshit. You guys are complaining. Everyone complains, and everyone complains. Oh, all he does, he's a poacher. He's a poacher. He's a poacher. It's come out of your mouth. So if you're gonna,
Well, of course it has. And right now, that's what I'm saying. He's a poacher. He's a great finisher. Of course he is. But
Where
is he
does
getting
finish?
those
He finishes
services?
on his foot? Exactly. Then it's not his fault. That's
But what
not.
did I say was going to be our problem? Did I not say this in the pre?
What
guys-
did you say?
I
What
not
did you say?
this?
What did you say?
The
Just
creativity is the problem.
for-
The creativity.
Angel.
the
I was
tactics
very
playing
clear in
around is
saying
the problem.
that I had my doubts with Katai. Right?
oh, so,
So far, 2 games in, are we not all in agreement that he seems to not be it?
oh, listen. When yes,
Then if
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
case,
yes,
then
but
Pavon's
but that
not
but
either.
I don't think I
If
don't
that's the case,
think
Pavon's not either.
exactly. That's
What
what I was
did
gonna say.
Pavon
That.
do this fucking game? Hold
That's
your
fine.
pen, go
That's
and
fine.
Look at the other side.
Which
Talk
is
shit
fine.
about Pavon. Talk shit
I
about
will.
Pavon.
But
do
you know
say
what?
about him?
Pavon still scored a goal for us last game, so so far he's done
Fucking
more.
goal and-
So
and
what? The
did you
only
do
fucking
last
point
game?
that we have right now.
Okay,
The
then if
only
that's the
fucking
case-
point that we
then
have
if
right
that's
now.
the case- If that's the case, then we're gonna be all up on Bingham that he blocked the PK.
And I am. I did.
No,
I gave him his fucking credit this game.
not gonna give Pavon. We're not gonna give Pavon credit for one wonder goal if you're gonna disappear for the rest of the other for the rest of the games coming. That doesn't mean shit to me.
All right,
But he's done more
let's-
than what Katai has done so far.
let's
Than what
comparing
any of our
shit to
center
shit.
midfielders have done so far.
Shit to shit.
hold on,
Comparing shit to shit
hold,
right now.
hold on, hold on.
No, we're not.
Hold on.
Yes,
No,
we
we're not.
Hold on. Hold
Shit to shit.
Hold the fuck
So
up.
Pavon is shit.
Okay.
Compared to the
Okay,
team, you're comparing him to the rest of the team. How? What did he do this game? What did he do this last game? He was looking for the same goal. Are you kidding me? Like, don't you think that everyone saw that fucking goal around the league and understood you're gonna cut into your right and try to shoot? How many times did he do that?
Oh, Masa's gone.
How many times did
We
it
lost
happen?
Mata. Fuck.
See,
how many
see what you
times
did,
did that
George?
That was all game. All game. That's all he was trying to do.
All right, then what did
All right,
Chicharito change about his game to try to be effective for the team? Nothing.
Hold on. Let me try to reel this back in, right? The question was,
All
is Chicharito the problem? And if it's not the problem, then what is the problem? Right? Let's not say this guy did better, that guy did worse. The question is Chicharito the problem? And if he's not the problem, what's the problem right now? Right? Get it? It's only 2 games in, so I'm not freaking out. But I do want to have this conversation about where we think the problem lies right now. So, AJ, you want to take a crack at this?
Fine. The problem is the same problem that I mentioned from the preseason.
Okay.
Chicharito sure can be a great goal scorer. That's fine. I get that. People are like, oh, look at his track record. But also look at the teams that he's played for when he scored a lot of these fucking goals. Look at the people around him that are giving. I get that. 100%. 100%. We just talked about the lack of creativity from our fucking midfielders. We're having a conversation a few minutes ago about, hey, do we need a number 10? Can we get a number 10 to be creative? We don't have that. I mentioned this in the preseason. Our game needs to change from what we had last year, because if we had what happened last year, Chicharito's not our guy. We're playing exactly the same way as we played last season. So as of right now, he is not our guy. Katai's not being creative. He's dying out, with 60 minutes left the 60 minutes into the game. We clearly don't have a number 10. We don't have any creativity down the middle. The only real creative opportunities that we're having right now is what everyone's been saying. The crosses, the Zlatan ball. Chicharito's not going to win those headers. And if we are going to play a style, who's crashing in the back? Who's helping in? Katai has had 2 already. 1 in each game. He's missed both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, 100%. Is Chicharito a good scorer? Sure, he is. I'm not going to deny that.
That's
Of
not the
course, he has
question.
a track record. Right. But is he the
Is he the problem?
No, he's not
Okay,
the problem.
so
But he's definitely not helping our cause.
So rebuttal your argument and tell me what, in your perspective, is the problem right now.
See, it's
You were
Katai's a
loud.
waste.
I want to hear you now.
I'm saying it right now. Katai's a waste. He's not creative. I don't see it. I don't see anything from him. The couple of times he's tried looking for Chicharito's fucking long balls from the back. He's not gonna win long balls. And 2, we just talked about potentially Sasha being that number 10 that we thought he was going to be that based on what we've seen, but he's clearly not that.
Yeah.
And you're complaining saying that Pavon's not good enough. So there you go. Our 3 guys that are supposed to be feeding our forward are not able to do that. So what does that mean? That means that at this point, Chicharito's not going to be effective. Doesn't matter how good of a good scorer he is. A goal scorer, he can't put the team on his back and make something out of nothing.
Okay, so here's my take on it, right? I don't think Chicharito's a problem. Right? What I think is a problem is the tactics we're implying right now.
Mhm.
The way, listen, last year, and actually since really early on when Zlatan got here, I said I think the team would be better without Zlatan, right? When we had Kamara. I thought the team
2
could.
seasons you said that.
Yeah, right. And then, 2 seasons ago, I said that with Kamara. Last season, I said it again. This season, I said we're finally going to see a better team because I think the team plays better without Zlatan. Unfortunately, I think the tactics on the field are the same without Zlatan. Right? I didn't like the way we played with Zlatan, and I figured we have a more fluid, more dynamic team. But it seems like all we're doing is going out wide and looking for a cross as if Zlatan was still here. And for me, I think that's the big issue because I think if that's what we're practicing, and I'll say that because if we do it so often, it feels like it's something that's getting baked into their minds that that's how we play. I don't see how we're successful at all with that kind of mentality or that kind of going into all these games that way. Like Chicharito is not a big guy to say he's gonna be dominant inside the box. You know what I mean? Like that's not who Chicharito is. So for us to play that for Chicharito, is a disservice to him,
Hmm.
and it doesn't
Are
work.
we
It hasn't
talking
worked.
about Chicharito?
Yeah, we're talking about. So the question,
I'm out of here, dog. Nah, just kidding.
the question was,
Not my
is
shit, dog.
Chicharito the problem? Even if not, what is the problem right now? Uh, I just went in saying like I think it's the tactics that we're implying. But yeah, I think that's the biggest problem. I have to imagine that if you release these guys not to go just out wide, to be more fluid, like that bunch, that four attacking, whoever's the cam, the two wideouts and the striker are more fluid. I think that benefits both Pavon and Chicharito, and these two other guys, whether it's Leggett or Katay or bringing Dam or whoever it is bringing out for that wing and that cam are more fluid and are not shy of getting inside the box and making runs inside the box. It spreads. I mean, prime example is that goal against Houston. Chicharito was a non-factor to the actual goal, but his run did open up a space for him. If we see two, three guys doing that every single time there's a potential threat or like we're moving the ball forward, it opens defense up, and we're not doing none of that. I mean, Massa alluded to this earlier when we was talking when Katay had the ball. And I said it too. Like he had to drag back and push out wide again because there was nobody making a run. I think the way we're playing right now is detrimental for all the players that we have who could shine in a different system. And the system we're playing right now is fucking fucked. I think that's the problem. 2 games into a season that we're seeing.
So if you're a GPS, what do you change? What do you do different next game? I know that you want to cover this
Yeah.
in the but I think
Tailgate?
it makes
Yeah,
sense
fine.
to cover that right now.
You-
I think no, I think it goes right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, no,
I
no,
think this
that's
goes with
fine.
it.
Yeah.
With or without hold on. With or without Jonah.
I'm gonna assume there's no Jonah next game. There can't be a Jonah next game, bro.
Around 30 minutes, around
I
45
don't know.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
You gotta think of the long term though, don't you think? It's more important to make sure he's 100% healthy before you toss him
100%,
back in there.
100%.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I would like? I'm okay with the 4-3-3, but with Katay, I want playing more as a left and right forward instead of playing left and right wing. Right? Give your because your wingbacks are already pushing up. All right. So you have it,
Yeah.
and we talked about we have a lot of defensive minded midfielders, right? Three of them are already defensive minded with us with Corona, with Corona, Jonah, and Kitchen. They're definitely defensive. But even fucking Sasha has played a CDM or a box to box. So we have four guys in the midfield that we could potentially just have them even stay a little bit more to back up the wings when they go up, and have all three of those guys a little more central, causing a little more chaos inside the box. All right, maybe overkill one side, but you'll find gaps in somewhere else that the backside could get exploited. There has to be something more technically difficult than going out wide and sending a cross in for a 7'5" guy that doesn't exist. I think they and these guys are listen. Katay, for all you said, like just glimpses of him understanding how to move the ball and how to touch the ball correctly, right? So if we could grow on that, or maybe it's somebody else, I'm okay with that. But have him a little more central because I think we've been all alluding that we have no game really coming in through the middle. So we can have all these guys more central, and these guys are talent. Hopefully, it comes out some shit, right? I don't know. I play FIFA. That's all the taxes I know. You know what I mean?
Listen, to answer your question, I don't think there's really a good answer right now because the players that we got are the players that we got.
Yeah.
Personally, I would switch Favon to the right from the beginning of the game to try to prevent him to cutting in and taking those wonder shots. And I think if you put him on the right, you're gonna you're gonna put him on an island to go one-on-one with a defender, and that's gonna make him go and cross the ball down the middle. I think that's gonna benefit us more because we need someone that's gonna go one-on-one, and Pavon's gonna do that because he does that. He does that on his left, but sadly, the thing that he's used to now, especially after scoring 2 bangers, and he should be. I'm not saying that he's doing it and he's fucking up, but I'd rather have him on the right to where he's going to go one-on-one. He's going to cut to his right foot, to his preferred right foot, and cross the bar down the middle. And I think that's going to help us more with what we got.
Well, why not have them both switch off back and forth,
Yeah.
like they were doing, like that he can use both of his teams to his advantage.
Start him off on the right. Start him off on the right, because if you start him off on the left, he's gonna be so used to going cut shoot, and when he goes to the right, he's gonna be looking for something else, or he might be looking for, because as of right now, him switching back and forth, starting off on the left, is not helping us when he goes to the right. All we've seen is him go to the left and score a banger. So switch it off.
I'll say this though, right? I don't want to cut that completely off though, because I guarantee you he
I
scores
don't
five.
agree with you.
Oh, go for it, Masai. Sorry, you're frozen. Oh, there you go. Go for it.
But yeah, I don't agree with you, George, because we're complaining about too much crossing. So you want Paul to switch sides to keep
Hold on, hold on,
crossing the
hold on, hold
ball.
on. To your point is crossing in the air. That's my thing. Crossing in the air.
I get what George
And
is saying.
Pavon,
George is basically
if
saying take him
Pavon,
down to the end line as much as possible, crossing it, kind of like how their goal
Yeah,
was.
look, look,
That
look, look
type
for
of
the look for the pass
Right.
back.
yeah.
But see, here's the thing though, right? I guarantee you, like, I don't want to kill Pavon's cut in and shoot completely off because I guarantee he's gonna score five of
Neither.
those bangers though. This season, a minimum five of those bangers where he cuts in and he gets the angle right because he has the skill for it. Like, I mean, we've seen in preseason that
question,
was from further
question.
away.
I don't
Then
want to
question to
cut
you.
him
Would
off
you would you,
either.
then question? Hold on. Question to Rudy. Would you rather see 5 of those bangers throughout the season or 10 chicha tap-ins because of going 1-on-1?
I want to see both.
I,
Right? You know
I,
what I
I
mean?
get
Like, I
that,
would.
but as of now, we need goals.
But
As of now, we can't expect for those 5 bangers because then we're gonna be spreading them out throughout the season. And I know it's not gonna be 5; it could be 10, it could be 20. But as of right now, I'd rather be. I'm more sure about Chicha doing a tap-in than Pavon doing a wonder goal.
See, I don't know. I'm
Interesting.
more about the next game as opposed to the long term. I mean, in
I'm
certain
about long
situations,
term.
like, well, yes, in certain situations like Jonah's injury, of course, you think long term. But if a player is healthy, you think about the next game. You worry about the next 3 points. My opinion.
Listen,
But then we're playing with one man less though. If we're doing that, we're playing one man less because Chicharito's irrelevant.
no, but see, that's why I say I want to see both, right? Because I want to see there has to be evolution of this, where Pavon is cutting in, and when he doesn't have the shot, Chicharito's making that run. He can find him. I mean, do you remember him finding Zlatan? I'm sorry, he found Zlatan on a breakaway and left him with all the space in the world, and that's old man Zlatan who can't run. There's no way he can't find Chicharito the same way, and I think Chicharito can score of a shit like that. So I want to see both. Like, and again, right? This is I'm talking my fantasy world where what I want to see,
Yeah.
and I don't want to choose one or the other. Right? That's
One
my
thing
answer.
I did forget to add about Katai and Alex Vasquez just mentioned it right now in the chat. I saw that so many times. Not necessarily just how quick Katai switches the ball to the other end to Pavon is. Sometimes he doesn't even get it there. It's like he doesn't have the leg to switch the ball all the way across. Pavon did it once. One time he was not. I get it, but that was already towards the end of the game. I'm sure his legs were already tired from all that running. But Katai, every single time that I can think of, or he would give the balls too far ahead that the goalie was able to get to them. There was at least a good 2-3 times where if Katai would have given some really good switches to Pavon, Pavon would have had all the space in the world that we're talking about here. That he could either one cross it, cut in and shoot, or those low driven crosses to Chicharo that George is talking about. And it's things like that. Again, I just bring it up because I wanted to address it. I completely forgot about it, and it's another issue that Katai has.
I'm gonna save the other two questions for next spot. We could start
We
off
have a
with
lot of
that
questions.
because we have some questions, and I want to get wrapped with this. Yeah. So let's wrap that around. That is unfortunate that we took a L, on our home opener, but it is a long season, and there's time to right this ship. I will say we are all now out of play on our predictions for the first 5 games. Again, I'm gonna repeat these
Not
guys.
George.
Yeah, no, George.
Oh, we're not gonna get all the points.
We're not getting. Nobody can hit the points anymore, right? George had 9 at this point. If we win the next 3 matches, we get 10.
Hey,
And if
fuck throwing shit out in the world. That shit doesn't work. Fucking liar. See what happens? You throw shit out in the world, and that shit, man, fuck
It's
that.
because you said it. That's why. You ain't shit.
Masa had 13, we can't reach that. I had 12, we can't reach that. And Angel had 15, we can't reach that. So we all missed it.
I might be the closest.
Yeah, it might be the closest. I'm
might be
hoping
the
you.
closest.
I'm hoping you are. I want that 10 points would be not bad.
At this point, yeah.
So we're all out of that. Again, unfortunate that we lost, but there's a long season, so let's hope for him to wrap the ship fast sooner rather than later. All right. Again, I'm still a piece of shit because I haven't done the new questions intro. But George, do you have questions for us?
Yes, we do. We're gonna start off on Instagram. So we're starting off with, let's see who it is. C. Rodriguez. How bad do you think the fight and the team performance will affect future attendance?
Again, I went into the rabbit hole and I even comment on one of these posts just because I want to. It's so odd for me for people to take the first night, the home opener, right? Just home opener in general. We know it's always a big match and it's
No, it's
packed.
not. This is Galaxy. This is Galaxy social media. We take 2 games and we're trading
Right,
everybody. And
yeah.
we're listen.
Again, B block. Listen, Galaxians have been here for 25 years. ACB has been here for 10 plus years. Outlaws are coming in now. But this is a long game. Victoria Black's going to be here, hopefully for many, many, many generations. We're not going nowhere. If you're impressed by what happened this Saturday or this past Saturday, I guarantee you we'll impress you by the other positive shit that we come up with. So it won't be.
Plus, there was no fight in Victoria Block.
There wasn't. But like again, the internet is a piece of shit, right?
Yeah,
And that's what we're on it.
And if you're underimpressed, there's other sections you can sit in where this is not an issue.
Yep.
where people are fighting.
Yeah.
You all want to go bodies?
All right. F. Valencia wants to say, would y'all consider Dos Santos at Cam in a 4-2-3-1?
Nah,
Yeah, I'm saying Angel. Like he
I'm
need,
gonna stick to my shit. We need to find a true number
4,
10.
2, 3, 1.
We're
That's
not.
cool.
I personally don't
it's
feel.
like the 4-3-3.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Explain.
The difference is on
4-2-3-1
paper it looks
4-3-3.
different. That's all it is. That on paper looks different. In the field,
And
they're gonna
it's
play
not
the same
going to
shit.
be a 4-4-2 because when we had Ola Kamara, GBS didn't want to go 4-4-2. He's not going to go 4-4-2.
with wingers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so no, it's not going to
Well,
happen.
listen. No, me personally, I don't want to change shit because we were fighting and we were yelling about it needs to be GBS's team, GBS's format. We're finally here. Let's figure this shit out.
Mm. Okay. I'm gonna ask a question though, really quick. Do you think GBS wanted? You think Chicharito was GBS's choice?
I don't see why
Yes.
not.
Okay, interesting.
I don't see why not. Like it's.
I
I don't
don't.
know. I don't know. Listen,
I don't necessarily
I'm a
think
firm
it was
believer
his
that I don't
choice,
think so.
But I think he was okay with it. If he doesn't give the green light, he's not here.
Listen,
If it wasn't his choice, he wouldn't fly out.
and not only that, like I think it's hard pressed for me to think that GBS wouldn't want a proven goal scorer. You know what I mean?
All right.
All right. C. Rodriguez, how can Victoria Block be improved? More white, be better chance, 1 liter.
No.
What?
Listen, the only thing I agree with you is more white. I want to see Victoria Block really be a fucking, a mass, and you can see that necessarily when you wear white. Listen, I'm not even gonna bring it up. When you there's a lot of supporters who wear white, and you see their sections fully white when everybody's like wearing white, and that shit looks intimidating. It shit looks
Oh,
dope.
you talking about Real Madrid, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't. You listen, we're gonna get Euro snobs and
I
we're gonna
want
get
to wear
bitching.
my away kit.
I mean, you could. It's travel.
I'm just kidding, dog. I'm kidding.
You're gonna travel.
I'm
Yeah,
already wearing white,
I
baby.
seen that shit somewhere. That shit was.
more white.
All right. Freddie Thone wants to know 2-part question. Part 1, is it me or did the team look kind of better with Zubac in it?
You know what? I even rewatched the game. There was no difference whatsoever.
82nd minute too when we're playing with 10 players.
Yeah, like
Didn't
there's
he foul him? Then there was
mean-
a foul from Zubac, like a stupid.
Oh, you know what?
Okay, to
he
answer
did
your question,
have
no.
a chance. He did
Yeah.
have a chance.
Yeah, I don't say it.
But
And part
he
2.
didn't really get there, so. It
Part
Yeah.
2, thoughts of changing formation and playing with 2 strikers with Corona out this week.
No.
No.
see, it's
We
what
only
you guys
have
already
one
said. It's
striker.
GBS. He's not gonna change his style.
We only have one strike.
All right, Cheesy wants to know fool of the week and hashtag almost 4 months sober.
Good shit.
Hey, good shit.
Cheesy.
Yep, good shit.
Ma-
Fool of the week,
I'm gonna say Joe Benny Corona.
Yes.
Joe Benny Corona.
Yep. Masa, unanimous or no?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, cool. Joe Corona
right.
for the week.
Armenta wants to know, with the team we have now, do you think we can become a force to be reckoned with?
Yes.
No.
100%.
I think 100% yes. We just gotta figure this shit
We're,
out.
we said it before. At least I said it before. We're 2 players away from being a force to. We don't have enough players, enough depth on this team to take us all the way. So
Yep.
that's me. That's me.
I think we do it.
I don't know
I
about
think we could
Well,
do it, but
okay.
depth is a problem, in my opinion.
Right. So to be forced to be reckoned with, I think we technically already are. Right. We technically have the players to put out of a force to be reckoned with squad. Doesn't mean we have the squad to win it all. It's you gotta. If you would have asked, do we have the squad to be MLS champions? No.
Listen,
Not right now.
I'll counter that in saying there's teams that coming in and saying, look, these guys just lost to this team. There's no reason why we're not going to beat them, especially at home. So I don't think we're a force to be reckoned with right now, especially with the results that we're putting up. Can we
That's
be?
fair.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, look, fucking Kansas City just put 4 on Houston. Sure, it wasn't
Kansas
Kansas City,
Boston
but
good though.
well, shit. Now they are. They weren't last year.
They weren't.
Right now they're
Yep.
looking nice as
But they're
fuck.
good though.
Listen,
Uh,
Yep.
I must
Did we
say,
get the wrong Mexican? I don't know. I'm just
nah,
saying. Put it out there. I don't know.
I'm gonna say
I don't
this.
know. I don't
I'm gonna
know.
say this. I'm pretty sure the stat is that we won
Sheesh.
5 out of our first 6 games last year, and we ended up going to playoffs, and that's it, right? So
But we
I
also had Slot, and
I'm
Slot
not,
single-handedly
but
won a few of those games for us.
okay, cool. But I'm not. But
I
I'm not.
agree.
What I was trying to get is that, what I get at is that the start of the season doesn't necessarily mean how we end the season, and I still think we have the players to have a really good squad, a really
I
good
mean, was it
performance.
2012? We
Yep.
started shit,
Yep.
and we finished. That's fair. I'm gonna give you that 100%.
We won
But even
MLS
then,
Cup
we need.
when the eighth
But even
position.
right. But even then, we knew we had the players that
I
could do
think we
that.
have the
Right now,
players.
we have questions.
I think
Well,
we
right
have
now
the players.
we're bringing questions. These guys haven't proved shit.
Okay, listen. When McGee got on fire, did we all believe in McGee from the jump?
No.
I mean, we
I
believed in
did
McGee
it.
since 2009.
All right, listen. All right, cool, fine. It's been multiple cases of these players who come in and become a real force for the team that not the players we expect to, right? This point, I think we have the players who right now haven't figured it out, but once they do, we're gonna fly through a lot of these teams. Not every team, not the bigger team, not the teams that are gonna compete for the cup, but we're gonna fly through a lot of these teams. And if we get 1 or 2 players that we're not expecting to show up, like the Pew, I think we could figure this out. I'm still very optimistic over this team. That's what I'm saying. Next question, George. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, it's for real. Nelson said Jorge finally turned in the print. Fuck you was one game. Let's do another. Let's do another print giveaway. Beso en la boda en la bodega de frijoles.
Yeah. Yes, that's gonna happen. We gotta figure something
Yes.
out, but yes, we're gonna do another giveaway for the
My
print.
wall is empty, so bring it when you guys do it, so I could hang it up for a little bit. PB wants to know. I sat in the outlaw section. We couldn't see anything because first 10 rows are standing on seats. Had to move my kids as season ticket member. It's not going to be fun like that.
Yeah, and I talked about this when we were talking about Victoria Block. That's not a thing. You can't have seats down inside Victoria Block for Galaxy games. It's safe standing. There's no seats. So yeah, sucks that happened. It's a work in progress. Hopefully you won't have to experience that again.
All right. Edwin Owe Bryan wants to say, what percentage of the blame is on GBS for the bad play of the team? Just give a percentage. Don't get
What-
into.
repeat
don't
it
get
one more time?
into-
50.
Oh.
50.
What percentage of the blame is on GBS for the bad play of the team?
50%.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. 50%.
I would say 70-30.
GBS to a team.
Yeah, GBS 70, team 30.
Angel.
I'm still gonna go 25, 75. Because
75 who?
the players, because on paper he
Okay.
put the players where they're supposed to go.
Okay. All right. Jazz and Geo wants to know, is PR asking players to post their sorry letters to support on social media? This is a good ass question. This is a very good question because I noticed something. And listen, I might be reading
Can you
too
repeat
much
the
into
question?
it. Is PR asking players to post their sorry letters to supporters on social media? I listen.
I have no idea.
This might not be. I seen it too. It felt
Do you have
as if
context?
all the it felt so. Players on social media today posted up, oh, it wasn't what we wanted in the stands. We're gonna continue to play. We're gonna continue to fight. I felt like all those posts came in within the same hour, so I could see why people. I could see why people
Okay.
are thinking that. Personally, me as a player, if that's something on my mind, listen. If I play like shit, it comes more from the heart. If after the game I'm talking about it, be like, I'm sorry, this and that. I can see why people think that. So that's why it's a good question.
You know what I think
I didn't
happened?
notice.
You know what I think happened? I think and I'm okay with this, right? Because I think GBS and DTK, even the FO was kind of figuring this out. And when I say we, I mean everybody who was in B Block, everybody who was in the stadium. You know, pay money to go out there. We travel out there to go see them. We do a lot to go see them. I think these guys are finally telling them, hey, yo, these guys put in work. Make sure you guys acknowledge them, right? So I think they might have pushed them in, like, you know, told them, hey, let's do this. Maybe even done the tweets themselves. But like, what I do believe is that the words that came out are coming out from the players. So however they got out, That's in question, but I think the words are sincere at least.
All right. Brun 121 update on Alan Franco. Cough. March 8th. Cough. I still love you, Masa.
That should finish today, bro. What are you talking about?
So tomorrow.
Maybe.
All right. Albertino Morales wants to know: do you think GBS needs to change its taxes to fit Chicharito style, or Chicharito needs to fit with the cheese?
Nah, the one thing that's not gonna be is Chicharito can't change his style. You know what works for him, so you have to make it work for him.
There you go. I completely agree.
What he said.
Rock Arda wants to know: is GBS the new Shelvick?
Is GBS in the show? Come on.
Listen,
Two
I had
games.
Meaning the scapegoat for everything.
right. So I had an argument with Hugo about this. Right? It's like, oh, well, this is the same beef that Boca Junior fans were talking shit. Listen, the Boca Junior fans are tripping. First of all, Lanús, he did a great job with them. He got Boca titles. He got them to the Libertadores final. You know, you guys, no, you guys need to chill for real. You guys need to relax.
2 games. 2 games, guys. 2 games. 30
Hey,
points.
Boca campeón. Boca campeón.
Ah, fucking.
You
And
didn't even know.
River.
Shut
And
up, you
River
didn't
backed
even
them up too, dog. River backed them up by getting that
River
fucking
with
draw.
the tie.
Man, fucking idiot.
You know why? Gus was at the
Yeah.
at the thing. He's like, la concha de tu madre. I was like, hell yeah. He owes me. Hey, as a matter of fact, he owes me a bottle.
San Lorenzo won 4-3 game. That shit was nice.
Henry wants to know: are these the games that will bite us later in the season, or is this just me panicking?
I want to say it's just you
can't
panicking.
You're panicking. I think
Listen.
you're panicking.
Panicking, yes, but if we are in the season, if we're last game of the season and we are in the 4th place and we needed a point or 2 points to be in 3rd place, these are the games that we are going to look at and say we should have gotten the points.
Nah, you know what? If me as a Galaxy fan, fuck it, panic. You're the LA Galaxy. Fucking press for results. If we're gonna be like some of these other Teletubby ass teams, like, oh no, we gotta wait, we gotta give it time. No, fuck that. We need results. We have to have these fucking results. We gotta win. You have to have that fucking mentality that we're the LA Galaxy. We have to be here and we gotta fucking win.
All right, but one thing, listen, there's no way you think these guys came out and said, "Hey, let's have a half-ass game and lose this game."
I agree.
None of these guys are coming out with that, right? I do think there's something not right. But am I panicking? No way, no fucking way. Listen, I think we've had worse teams that made it to playoffs and made runs. This team's gonna get firing, and then we're gonna look back at this and say, "Remember when we start season with a draw and loss?"
That's good
All right.
though. That's fine. Fuck it.
Okay,
Keep
next
pressure.
question. The guy who asked why wants to know: do you think LA Galaxy should stop building from the back, and is LA Galaxy capable of holding a high press and pass their way through midfield?
Oh, gotcha. He means in play. I thought he meant like building a squad from the back.
No. Yeah, building
I
up
got
the
you.
play. Yes, as long as the build up from the play does not come from David Bingham.
Listen, I
Listen, that's accurate.
I
That's not even taking shots. He can't play from the back.
don't think-
Anyone else on the defense, I think they're capable enough to start playing from the back where it's nothing crazy, as long as it's a fast touch.
Well, you know who I see? I see Insua being very capable of doing that. I think Insua has a deft touch. I like Insua a lot, so I think he could build up from the back, and not only like build up from the back, but also give options out wide. Felcher, I'm not too sure of because his decision making is questionable at times, or it has been. Although he has been, I have nothing to say negatively against him the last couple games. But I want to see the midfield involved more. So like even if it starts in the back, I need to see the midfield get the ball and then distribute. That's what I want to see.
All right. I'm gonna ask the question just because you did put it in. Darwin Visuals, what should the starting lineup be in your position? In your opinions, we're gonna touch on it a little bit more moving forward with the tailgates, because injuries happen. So if you want the starting lineups, we'll be on the tailgate. Dan Rizzo says the block was fire. Sadly, not the team. How would have Antuna fit in this squad? Listen, you guys say no, I say yes.
Yeah,
Me too.
you think so? It'll give us speed. I don't think.
You know what?
I don't think.
You know what Antuna
fundamentally will
did
change.
good? You know what Antuna did good that we don't see right now is crash the box. How many goals? How many bullshit
That's exactly
goals?
what I
did
was
he
saying.
Listen,
put away last season?
again, I think that's
I'm
recency
just
bias.
saying.
I think the reason bias because he only started doing that towards the end of the year after he had a stint with Mexico. Right?
Which is fine, and that's what I was going to get to, because we're talking about Antuna right now, right? Because we'll be talking about him in this season as opposed to Katai. If we had the Antuna towards the end of the year, yeah, never mind. I'm gonna go with George and
have you
Muslim.
guys seen him? Have you guys seen him with Chivas?
Listen, that's
Killing.
Chivas. That's a different story.
Killing.
Killing. Yeah. His assist?
All right. Okay. Yeah. What? Cool. That's fine. I'll let you have that one. I haven't seen enough to actually make a concrete argument, so I'm not gonna make an argument.
There's one game where
but-
my man missed like 4 goals, but that's not what he. That's what personally. It's like saying Chicha. We're dropping Chicha.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
we're
not
talking
arguing.
about.
Yeah, we're not arguing. I'm not arguing.
Okay.
Chivas white
Rock
though.
Popper wants to know who's to blame for the slow start, GBS or the players?
Fuck.
That's the same question. 50-50. To me,
Yeah, fine.
50-50.
I'm down with that.
No, I'll blame him more on the players just because GBS has he's not playing with his full hand.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll play a fifth.
Ziggy
I'm
eat
not
my
saying the players.
says, was it too soon for GBS to play Jonah? Did his presence affect the way the midfield performed?
Yes.
Yep.
I think
100%.
I think his presence affected the midfield in the second half just because he went off.
I think GBS just wanted to prove me wrong and be like, nah. You know what I mean? He's like, nah,
Fuck
I'm playing.
Yeah, no,
Fuck Uber Eats. Not-
You know, we didn't even cover that, huh? How different the game could have been if Jonah would have just been on the bench or not even played this game, because then we would have gone in with different starting 3 in that midfield with potentially a different game plan.
yeah, no, 100%.
Yep.
I think it would have been different.
Okay. Jasmine wants to know who's flying to Miami, and follow-up question, where's the meetup spot / hashtag away days?
Ooh, your boy's gonna be in Miami.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm about to do Mr. 305. I'm about to shave all this. Gonna be bald as fuck. Just gonna leave this little thing right here. Might be like,
You already got the coronavirus, so you straight.
yeah, you're right. You're right. as
Good for
fuck.
Florida.
Yeah, that's right. They don't have to check me when I get over there. I'm good. I'm good as fuck.
Can you answer her
But
question?
Pre-game spot's gonna be available later this week. As a matter of fact, we're gonna, like we usually do, we'll post it on socials. You know, for any G's that are out in Fort Lauderdale. Damn, I couldn't wait to see that.
There you go.
But yeah, we'll
Okay.
put it out there.
Virgo EST 1984 says, it's not a question, but I want to say thank you for winning the frame.
Oh, man, you're welcome.
You are very welcome. She was super happy. I think she got her picture with Nelson at the end of it,
Oh,
too. I know
dope.
we
Oh
wanted,
yeah, I
we
saw
all
it.
wanted-
Yeah.
We all wanted to get a picture, but everyone was everywhere.
It's a
But
mess.
really appreciate you listening. Appreciate you entering.
Yeah. I
Um,
hope you enjoy it.
Yep.
Shout out to Nelson, too, for that beautiful print.
yeah. All right. 12threads wants to know, do you think GBS job is in danger? Nope.
Nah.
No.
Hey, shout out to 12threads. My bad, I missed shouting them out earlier. They came through with a sweet ass fucking birthday gift. You know, you guys see the tank top I was wearing?
The tank
Yeah.
top.
They
Oh, yeah.
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 They hooked me up
Okay.
with that one. And I have a blue one like that. They came clutch with that. Shout out to them
Nice.
for that. And I suggested that, hey, I should drop more of those for the summer. So we'll see if they do. Those just are fire as fuck.
Dope.
Hell yeah. Okay. Fern Dog says, disappointed with Corona and Katay. Pavon is our only player that plays to win.
Man, I don't believe that. I don't believe that he's the only
Who
player.
was the only player?
Pavon.
Pavon.
I
Um,
I
think
don't
it
think
was
he
a
did
bad
much.
game from everybody. So
Everybody. Yep.
everybody
100%.
had a bad game. Just because Pavon ran extra hard doesn't mean he had a good game.
all right, listen.
Hey,
I
to answer
think
the
just
question-
because he scored a banger in the first game is because everyone thinks he has a good game. It carried on to this game.
There's one thing I do want to add to that, because Masa said he ran extra hard. There's a few times where he ran extra hard, sure, but it was dumb extra hard running.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
You're burning
like,
yourself
I
out,
get
yeah.
that. Like, you know, you didn't run like a headless chicken right now. Like, relax. Like, you're not. If Chicharo's not backing you up, if Katay's not backing you up, you're the only one up there. Right now, you're just wasting your energy. Like,
Yeah.
relax
Yep.
a little bit.
Yep.
So that I will say, yeah, chill a little bit.
Crazy.
Tacarese, yeah.
Daniel the Messiah says, are we still tailgating outside the stadium or at Pescador if they close the games?
Well, if they close the games, then we're probably all just gonna viewing parties everywhere. As a matter of fact, no. If they close the games, we're probably all gonna be quarantined in our house, right? Our
Yeah.
homes.
Fuck that. Like we got. I'll find the plug for the hazmat suits, and we all just wear hazmat suits and go to fucking.
Fuck it, Victoria Block or
Victoria
what?
Block. Hell yeah, white ass hazmat suits.
Victoria
That's
Block
sick,
and
man.
hazmat, the white hazmat suits. There you
That's
go.
sick.
Rudy wanted everybody all white.
There you
Perfect.
go. I
Boom.
got you. Well, I figured this
Either
out.
that or all yellow. Either all white or all yellow. Boom.
I'm getting the ship
Okay.
from China though, so you know.
Fuck. All right. We're going on to Twitter. To Live and Die in LA says, maybe I missed it, but why didn't the supporter groups do anything during the 24th minute to honor Kobe and Gigi? I think it was a missed opportunity.
We did it
Can I
before.
say something to that?
Yeah. Go for it, Angel.
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure.
Choose your
you
words
guys have-
wisely.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be straight up.
Okay.
I listen. One, the squad already put out that they were all wearing patches, and two, we've had things out there for them all preseason. I'm all with. Listen, you guys all know, right? We're on the same boat. I'm sure, except for Masa's the only.
Nah,
dumbass
even
here,
Masa.
apparently.
Even Masa.
No,
Right. Well, yeah,
Masa.
in that sense, right. But at this point, listen, we have to worry also about our team.
Yep.
Right. We can't do everything to things that we already have. We're going to continue to do so entire year. I mean, shit, I was wearing my Kobe jersey, and a lot of people wear it too. Like, it's gonna be all the time, for sure, all the time. But at some point, we have to start also putting our entire efforts to our squad, and that's what we did. That's what we did.
All right.
Enough said.
Fuck you. But next question.
That's fine. Listen, that's fine.
How do you feel about Sebastian the Jet not starting and then ultimately coming in and being captain for the last part of the game? Can I answer the last part about the captaincy?
Go for it.
At this point, I don't give a fuck. I think at this point, I think the team doesn't give a fuck about who wears that captain band. So everyone needs to stop crying. Needs to stop making shirts. Making fucking. You need to stop protesting about the banner. If the team doesn't care about who's wearing the captain armband, shut the fuck up. And as long as we win games, I could have Dupuy wearing the fucking captain armband.
Dupuy,
Dupuy, if he's the fucking captain for the MLS Cup, and if we win it, everyone needs to shut the fuck up. And we got. Shut up.
Oh,
you know what? It's funny because I think 2 years ago I was on record saying, "Yo, legit, it should be legit." After if it's not Jonah or Zlatan, it has to be legit, and I gave my reasons why. At this point, I'm a George. Listen, who gives a shit anymore?
Shut up.
Like, yeah, just shut the fuck up. As a matter of fact, don't give one to anyone. No one deserves
No
a shit right
captain.
now.
No captain.
No fucking captain. No fucking captain right now. Until they fucking start playing better and winning.
Yeah, listen, that's the least of my
And
concerns.
to add to the first part of the question, I'm not surprised that he got dropped. So there's that.
Ooh, hold up. All right, you know what? That's fine. We'll hold it for the
okay.
Tugget.
All right. Jean-Michael Sanchez wants to know. I asked this a few podcasts ago, but what are the numbers of tickets sold for each away game as of now? Just curious. And can we make this update a regular thing? Wanting to head out to away games with a few numbers to make our presence bigger.
Angel.
To add to that.
I feel so disrespectful with that last comment right quick. Who was that? I need to. It's hands.
His hands.
Okay, I'm getting my next
Go body?
I already know. Yeah.
Nah,
Go
yeah,
body.
we're gonna
Go
go bodies.
bodies?
Yeah, you wanna go bodies, fool?
You stupid.
Hey, Jean-Michael, that shit's dope that you want to make your presence felt in a low environment, but it is what it is. Pick whatever away game you want to go to and make that the biggest away game. Regardless if it's... Listen, I fucks with the fact that you want to make the smaller ones bigger, but it is what it is. Angel, I don't have the numbers. Maybe you have them, or if at the top of your head, but just say something.
We could say...
I'll give an update next... You know what? Give me... not this upcoming Monday. Or let me try to get it by the Tugget. No promises, though. Just because we have a few things happening this week with Miami, and I'm going to be gone to Miami. I don't get back until Tuesday, so I may actually miss a pod next Monday. But yeah, if anything, give me until at least the following Thursday or whatever to get the updates. But
can you share the sellouts?
Just for context for sellouts, for sure, Portland's already sold out. Miami obviously was sold that out. We already talked about LAFC. We obviously sold out Houston. San Jose, I think if I recall clearly, I think we were already over 300. So we're as a matter of fact, I already reached out to the bus company, so I'll follow up with them this week to find out what's up with my quotes. So we hopefully can sell that out next couple of weeks. Same thing with Nashville. Nashville was doing really good, so I think Nashville were only like 200 shy from selling out Nashville. So, and that's again, we really haven't been pushing other ones just because it's happening. But to the second part of George's question, listen, I just mentioned that I was talking to Nelson, and I might look into hitting up Colorado. Colorado, we were only had like 10 people going to Colorado last time I mentioned it. So to me, it's irrelevant. I'm going to go support my team. I don't care if it's 500, 800, 1,000 of us, or if it's 10 of us. I'm still going to be there no matter what. If I'm able to go, I'm going to go.
Listen, and not to discourage you, what you're doing is fucking dope as fuck. You want to make the smaller ones bigger, but go to whichever one you please. Alex wants to know, what do y'all think about the quote-unquote fans trashing the squad this early in the season? Alex, you must be new to Galaxy social media, but this ain't new, my man.
No.
All right,
yeah, this has been happening.
Sure
Starbags, I can remember. Yeah.
All right, Marlon wants to know if the Jets' comment on Zlatan is a representative of most of the locker room, then that means that GBS didn't do much because he didn't care or didn't have authority over Zlatan. With that in mind and the underwhelming tactics, does GBS have control of the locker room? GBS has come out and said you can't control Zlatan.
Right.
He's
I don't think anyone has been. Listen, even
he's
Pep
came
Guardiola
out-
could.
Mourinho couldn't.
Yep.
Anyone couldn't.
Yep.
So listen, I think we're reading too much into trying to blame GBS for something that isn't. I wanted to talk. Sebastian Lletget is. I'm
Say
not
it.
going to trash our player. I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
not going
say
to.
it.
He's still our player.
Nah, fuck it. Say
He
it.
is the reason that American soccer is never going to prosper in the world because
Alright, I'll
it's
say that
soft.
shit.
It's soft.
Yeah.
You
I
have that
agree.
American AYSO mentality where if someone tells you something against the norm, it's, oh, they hurt my feelings. If y'all want to take on Kobe, Kobe's the type of motherfucker that will trash you, and he will look for the person that would ask him, why was I being trash, as opposed to being a bitch about it and going
Yeah.
behind the scenes and being on a podcast and saying, oh, this is why I hated it. Listen, if a man's words are the reason why you wanted to walk off the field and leave your boots off the field, stay off the field. We don't need that type of player in our we don't need that mentality in our locker room. We don't need any of that.
Pecho frío.
Thank you.
He's still our player.
Thank you.
I get it. And I listen, if what you said is all 100% true, then you should be thriving now the fact that he's not here. And if that's not the case, then I hate to see the next person that you blame, or I hate to see what other reason you have. After so long, you're going to have to start pointing the finger at yourself and wonder why you're not the reason, or you're not as big as the other player that was talking shit about you.
I also.
And to add to that, my bad, Rudy.
Nope.
And to add to that, usually when a player bashes you, or a teammate bashes you, it's because he knows that you can be better. It's not usually because he doesn't fucking like you. It's because you're not playing to your fucking full potential. At least he thinks you have a higher potential. So if you're not meeting his potential, he's probably talking shit because he knows you can be better.
Or he
At
knows
least
you're
from
soft.
my- Oh, that too.
He knows he's soft.
My comment, it was crazy to me that people were like, oh, well, no one ever sat with Zlatan during lunch or during. That's crazy to me. I'm the type of player that would sit next to him and try to pick his fucking brain. I think everyone in this, in their individually in their own craft. Rudy, if you
Yeah.
ever met a programmer that's better than you, you'd sit
Anytime-
down, pick their brain.
Anytime I find somebody
A
interesting,
recruiter, Masa, anyone that's better than you in anything, you'd
Yeah.
sit down at that table, even though they're a piece of shit, and you'd pick their brain because you want to be at least that much better.
I'll take some shit any
To be
day
fair
to
though,
learn.
I'll sit next to Zlatan and won't say anything though. I'll just be like, "What's up, fool?" And that's it.
What's up, fool? Let's go
Just
body.
leave right there.
That's a goddamn lie. Listen, we sat in a meeting with his ass, and we didn't give a shit.
Yep. All right.
It's
All right, there it is. All right, my bad, my rant's over, but it's not on GBS.
You know what?
Tengo miedo, mucho miedo.
George said it the nice way. I was gonna be
Yeah, no.
a little bit more
Let,
blunt
let
about
it be. Let it be.
that's
Let it
fine.
be.
He's still our
Let it
player.
be. Let it be.
He's still our player.
Let it
All
be.
right.
That's
George is
crazy
way
how
the
I
nice
say-
one.
That's crazy how you say he's still our player, but I go out here and say fuck Alessandro. When my was there.
Oh shit. All right.
BR Leo wants to know, how about Pavon to Cam? No. That should make the ball go through the middle and see what we can build from there. I'm also not opposed to having Katay in the middle with Lletget to the right wing if he gets tired. I'm sorry, no.
Yeah. I don't
All
like.
right.
I don't like none
I'm
of
not
Um,
cool with Pablo playing the middle. I'm cool with
I'm
Katay
not.
playing.
I'm not cool with Pavon playing middle. I'm not good with Lletget playing on the wings. So it's a lot about what we talked about here and saying no.
We got no depth.
We got
Mario Lopez. Hey, Mario Lopez Jr. Not the one that.
Oh, say Bell. Yes.
Yeah.
Later.
That's later. What are some positives you guys saw from the game? How come they aren't using the kid Alvarez? I think Alvarez still hurt, right?
Listen, he's still hurt, but would Alvarez really make a difference?
No.
You know,
I
what?
wanna see it,
You know
though.
what? I think the fact that Alvarez is so young and so free-minded, he doesn't give a fuck about going one-on-one and doing extra things that might give space, might Chicharo space. Am I saying he's the answer? 100% no, but I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Same.
I think
Same.
Rick was about to say this.
Same. 100%.
And positives that I saw from the game, Dupuy.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Hey, right quick, I'm with Alejandro Gonzalez just so it's on record.
I'll bring it up.
I don't think anyone's saying that we don't want Lletget to start. As a matter of fact, I've been on record saying this multiple times. I prefer him, Lletget with Jonah. What George is referring to is him being soft, basically. That and not being able to handle Zlatan. Like that's all it is. Either or just toughen the fuck up and be a bitch back to Zlatan. That's simple.
Just
But that's a different story.
just
But
for the
in
audio,
terms of
just for the
oh
audio
yeah, go ahead. My
listeners,
bad.
just for the audio listeners, Alejandro Gonzalez said, "Legit been doing the dirty work in the midfield since 2015. Completely disagree. He's been here longer than everyone and has always been good enough to start." And that's what Angel
And
was replying to.
and
At
yeah,
the
and I've
CM
been
position.
saying this over and over and over. I prefer
We're not
Leggett
against legit.
with Jonah all day, every day. This to me should be automatic. The fact that we're still having to figure shit out, I don't get it. But towards the end of last season, when we actually looked better, that that was they both of them were always in the
Yep.
midfield together.
Yep.
Now we'll see how this progresses throughout the year. But what George was referring to was Leggett comments about being Zlatan's teammate and about sometimes, I guess, not being able to handle the criticism and wanting to walk off the field.
Yeah, check it out.
That's what
Check
George
it
was
out.
talking about.
It's the
Yeah.
There's the BSI podcast. So you guys, yeah, I hasn't heard it yet.
To add to this question too, I'm not high on Efra, to be honest.
I want to
was
see it
maybe
though.
like 2 seasons ago.
Listen, I
I'm over it. I'm over it, Doug.
but you,
He's a USL player.
all right.
Tops.
I
He's
don't
a under
I don't
20
agree with you. I don't agree with
performer,
you.
and that's it.
I don't agree with you. And even more so, like he's at least a natural cam. So I
Well, I
want
guess
to
we
see.
have to see it, right? At
Yeah,
some
I
point
wanna
this
see it.
season, we'll see it,
I wanna
and
see
then
it.
we'll see what
We
happens.
have to.
Yep.
All right. Legit question from Steve Alvaro. He says, "What are your thoughts? Should we cancel the MLS season? Oh, what the fuck happened?
Hell no, don't
Oh.
cancel the season.
Damn, my
Oh
bad.
yeah, we all
I
froze.
got
Yeah,
it.
we
my
all
fault.
froze. I can hear you. Yeah.
His question was, "What are your thoughts? Should we cancel the MLS season, postpone it, or play in empty stadiums until everything calms down due to the coronavirus? MLS already taking precautions."
Listen, for the LA Galaxy, I'll do anything. I'll catch the coronavirus. I don't give a shit. As a
Well,
matter of
you're
fact, I already
about
have
to
it.
catch it this weekend.
There you go.
Like,
I'll
all the
be
other
in the
listeners
stadium.
just
I don't
got it
care.
too.
It's my choice. I'll sign a waiver
We
and say
talked
I'll
about
be
it.
there.
We
Yeah.
talked about it. We said that I think we're gonna be everything's gonna be a reaction to what
Other
the
leagues.
consensus
Yeah.
does. If it is what it is. Would I want it? No one wants to see games canceled. It's very different. I didn't catch. Did you guys catch any of the Serie A games?
Yeah,
Nah.
I watched the Inter
I
Juve. That show's weird.
Well, how was it? Yeah,
Weird.
see, like it's like a closed door
You know-
scrimmage that there's no excitement to it. I
Well,
wouldn't
it's
want
kind of
that.
been like I don't know if you guys ever watched those Champions League games where I think some of the Ukrainian teams
Yeah,
weren't
man.
able to play
Yeah.
for multiple reasons. It's just like that. The stadium's
like,
completely empty.
The Libertadores. That was a time when
Oh, that's
America
right.
couldn't play
Last
with
week, 2
anybody
weeks
in
ago.
Azteca.
Yeah. No, but even last week or 2 weeks ago, there was a game that was
Yeah.
played with no fans in the
They
stadium,
banned
or like
they
3 weeks.
banned
Yeah,
the fans.
yeah, a few weeks
Hey.
back. So that's all it is. Like you'll still have certain people there. Like you'll have medical people there in case of anything, but there's absolutely no additional
Fans.
media people as opposed to the people that are streaming the game on TV, and no people in the stands whatsoever.
You-
No concessions, nothing.
So just sidebar on this real quick. I hated watching the Inter Juve game like that because I know that game would have been like super passionate,
Ooh.
right? But at the same time, I do like hearing the players talk and what they're saying as they're playing.
Yeah.
So, all right, next question. Sorry, George.
All right. Wait, hold on. Eric Sosa makes a great point. Rudy, read that.
I'll put it up in the chat. Eric Sosa says, "It's like watching San Jose Earthquake games."
With the exception when we play them, because that's the only time their fans ever show up, allegedly.
Yep.
Like at least 40% of those fans are Galaxy fans, so you know. There's
Shut
that.
up, shut up, Eric.
eFuser 1984 wants to know. Well, it says, "Valemos verga con este equipito." Alianza would beat us right now.
Damn.
Accurate. That's accurate.
Listen,
I would
if
not
Champions
be
League didn't tell you
surprised.
anything about Central American teams, we'd get washed.
Listen, when it comes to
Paco ACB
go for it.
121 says, "What are some changes you see GBS making tactically and in the midfield for Miami game?" We'll talk about that on the tailgate. Catch us on. We're going to be recording on Wednesday. Those aren't live.
I'll probably be at the airport for that.
Oh,
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
we might see Angel, but they're out on Thursday mornings,
Nobody
Thursday
want to hear you,
afternoons.
man.
Find them on Thursdays. If you want to know about the game upcoming, we do 2 podcasts now that the season's up. And last question from Lennox CS: Will Chicharito be a scoring sensation, or is he as shit as he looks?
oh, I don't,
It all depends on the
That's
tactics.
a little
It's not that
harsh.
listen,
It's a little
yeah,
hard.
listen. We talked about it. It is what it is. Angel, you can have your 2-minute rant if you want one because it looks like you want to say something. But
I already
it all
addressed it earlier.
depends-
I already addressed it in
it
the
all
pod.
depends
I've
on
already
the
addressed it all
tactics.
preseason. I addressed it already I've last 5 weeks I've been talking about it. Or since we announced it, I've been talking about it. So unless we change something tactically, he's not set up for success right now.
Now that is accurate.
Agreed. Agreed. That's it. Thank you guys for putting in questions.
Dope. Angel, do you have any ACB plugs?
You know what? Just in case I can't make it though on Wednesday. First things first, viewing parties. We will have a few. We won't have as many as last one, just because we're encouraging everyone in the South Bay and the Long Beach area to make it out to Dignity Health Sports Park, because A Galaxy will be hosting a viewing party at Legends Plaza. So if you're in the South Bay, if you're in the Long Beach area, we encourage you guys to make it out. Or as a matter of fact, if you're in other parts of the LA area and you want to make it out, feel free to do so. It is a midday game on Saturday though, so I get it. Just because of that, we're still gonna have viewing parties, like in the Valley, up in Bakersfield, down in San Diego. Obviously in the Empire, you'll see it. We'll still have a few, just not as many as the last game, given that it makes sense for a lot of people just to make it out to the stadium. Obviously, if you guys have been to any of the viewing parties there, I personally haven't. Every single time they've done it has been for some of the bigger games that we all happen to be at. But have you?
Oh no, I was gonna no, I was wait. What were you saying?
I was asking if you ever been to any of the viewing parties at Dignity Health.
Oh, actually, you know what? I was
And
there for
then-
Minnesota.
Yeah, I have.
Oh yeah, all right. So yeah, well, talk about it. I've never been, so I don't know how that is.
Yeah, no,
It's dope. It's dope. I think the Galaxy does a really good job as far as getting food trucks, getting things out there. I believe the beer specials. I don't know how that's gonna be looking, especially with the weather that's happening right now, because it looks like we're gonna be raining out throughout the weekend. So if you guys can try to look for something indoors, I don't know if the Galaxy have anything prepared for that.
Okay.
But yeah, so as to answer your question, the viewing parties at the stadiums are sick. Make sure you guys bring your own chairs, because they do have limited amount of chairs. But yeah,
it's a fun
All
time.
right, so there'll be that. Again, for the people that are going to be in Miami, you'll either be receiving an email from Jonathan Malter or Alex Merced with pregame info. But either way, you'll see it on all the socials, on all the supporter group socials. It'll be posted on later in this week. And then
do we have a viewing party in Arizona?
You can set one
we
up.
could. I mean, there's a spot already that I know has held it there before, but I can't for the life of me remember who set it up last year.
Well,
And
if you're listening to this, hit me up. I'm gonna be in Arizona this weekend for spring training, but I saved Saturday.
I can give you the address of the spot. It's called Crown
perfect.
I have the address and
Hit me
everything.
up, hit me
Like
up,
I have
hit
the
me up.
spot. Yeah, I have the spot. I just don't recall who helped set it up, or I can't promise you that.
But
And then you'll be there. Yeah.
Breaking
Yeah,
news.
so I'll give it. You know what? There you go. Breaking news. George is gonna be hosting a viewing party in Arizona. Yep. So we'll post that. We'll add it then, so you guys can join George. We'll add that to the list. Rudy, write that down.
Yeah.
I'll send you the.
And if anyone in Arizona lives out there, or if you have a better spot, if you know something, hit me up. Hit me up.
If you have friends or family that are G's fans, let them know George from Straight from the Stands, from the one and only Straight from the Stands.
The only Galaxy podcast, official Galaxy
Official,
podcast,
unofficial, but official.
V Block podcast,
Yeah.
official President Rudy Quevedo
Chill.
podcast.
There you go. That's right. So be there. And then also for tickets, tickets are now available for the remaining March and for all of April. So basically, the next 3 home games are now available on the ACB site. So head on over to buy your tickets. If you're a member, what's that?
As far as membership, if they buy their membership, when's the cutoff so they could be able to pick up for their merchandise?
So there's
For the next
Actually, we're sending emails. Keep it. Yeah. All that information.
Because I know
we're
someone
now
that bought
sending-
one today.
Yeah.
Your brother? Yeah, we'll send
Yeah.
him an email when his stuff will be available for because it's gonna be part of the second batch that we put in. So we email everyone now. As a matter of fact, we also started emailing ACB members, at least 2-3 days in advance of when tickets are going to be available, so ACB members can always get first crack at tickets.
Seen that.
Yep.
And then one last thing for ACB plugs. G2s has their home opener this Friday. We definitely this year we're trying to figure this shit out so we could definitely support the future G's. Starting this Friday. Every single season ticket member has G2 tickets because they're playing in the big stadium. So we're gonna be active in B Block. This Friday is their home opener, so if you can make it out there, please try to make it out there, especially for you guys who are new to the scene, who would like to meet people, who would like to hear the chants. It's definitely a different environment than the big games, but it's really fun. So try to make it out there, and if you can't, send us your tickets. We'll distribute to people who are not see tickets, who wants to join and watch the Galaxy 2 play. Send us your ticket.
Can we do a ticket thread like we do for
Yeah.
other games as far as G2,
Yeah.
and then have them swap them out there.
We definitely could do that. And if you're not in part of that, again, we'll start a ticket thread. But also, if you just want to send them into ACB, DM us. We'll give you information on how to get that to us. Again, this is a good opportunity to get that working for B Block. So if you have a chance to get out there on Friday, get out there this Friday. I know there's going to be games in the weekends too. So make it out there this year. We'll keep promoting that.
And then just last thing, this is from the Galaxians specifically. They want to just, I guess, on their behalf, they want to thank everyone for the support of the Galaxians raffle that they had at the Victoria Block tailgate this past weekend. Again, they just wanted to send out their thanks to everyone and just give everyone a heads up. There's gonna be more raffles to come in the future.
Dope.
So shout out to our friends over at the Galaxians for what they did this past week.
There you go.
And for the pudding, shout out to Carlisa for the pudding. She got me two
Pudding.
boxes of the Snack It chocolate pudding. Like my fridge is stacked right now with chocolate pudding. So shout out to, I forgot to mention that earlier. I talked about the rum, the Oreos, but I forgot the chocolate pudding. My bad.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, shout out.
Rudy, keep it to a minute or two. Do you want to talk about the tailgate?
Oh yes,
Super
yes.
quick.
Oh my God. Big shout out to Pepe. Big shout out to Galaxians. Big shout out to Outlaws. To everybody in ACB for one ridiculously dope tailgate. I mean, the banda,
Charity drive.
the banda was on point. Illegal mezcal, with the drinks. Yo, it was
DJ C note.
DJ C Note. Hey, big shout out to DJ C Note. He ended up taking the PA system with him because we couldn't get it back in time. So big shout out to C Note, man. Appreciate that. Overall, amazing. Shout out to everybody who participated in one with the other, whether it was having fun or setting some of the stuff up. I really appreciate it. One thing we'll let you know is that we're working with the FO to figure out how to get you guys in faster when we have big tailgates like that, because I know some of you had a pain getting in because the lines got ridiculously long. Bathroom lines got ridiculously long. We're trying to figure
To
that
be
out.
fair though, to them, this is the first time. Same thing to the FO trial and error type
Yeah.
of thing. Like this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the biggest that they've ever had enter through that gate, through the Cantina gate. So it was intense. So listen,
Yeah.
at least acknowledge that there were some things they can fix there. Shout out to them for acknowledging that, and we'll definitely make a. I'm sure they'll figure out another solution.
Yeah.
Where we can get people in quicker.
That by no means was a shot at the FO, because like we didn't expect that
At
either,
all.
right? Like, so
Yeah.
again, is work in progress. We did notice though. We did note it. We did talk to the front office already about that. We can have follow up conversations about that, so that get better. So we can keep throwing these dope ass tailgates.
Yeah, that and the restroom lines, like they're aware of all of it.
Yep.
Like again, that was just a massive turnout, and shout out to all of you for showing up.
Cool. Can we let these guys go to sleep now? Are we done here?
Yeah.
Listen, on that. Shout out to you that are watching us live.
Yes.
I think I've never seen a number as high as 101 viewing live. Listen, we love you
Live,
guys.
that's
The
live,
people
yeah.
that we've met, the people that I met this weekend,
Yes.
Victor, Emmanuel, everyone.
Everybody,
You
yeah.
guys are fucking amazing. I think the constant thing that I've heard was I feel like we're a part of the pod. You guys are homies, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what we do. Because
Yes.
listen, this shit grew from us. From a group of us just shooting the shit, talking Galaxy, talking what we love, and this is what we do. If
Remember
you
when George was
ever
talking
wanna
about that
talk-
he's a celebrity and everyone had to buy him drinks?
Yeah.
And now he's over here talking all about like we're family.
Well, listen-
Oh,
No,
fuck that.
listen. I was smart and I pushed that onto you because you wanted to be the celebrity, you wanted to be the big guy. Now you're the one getting Bombay shots. So I'll gladly push that celebrity status onto you.
Hey, fuck Bernie for that though.
No,
Yeah,
but
hey, shout
Hey,
you
Chris
guys
got
out.
me.
You
Chris
guys are
also
fucking
fucked me up with a Sailor Jerry.
amazing. You guys are all amazing. You guys all came up and shit. We listen. I wish we could have
Yeah, shit.
800 of us talking on this platform, but if you see us, you see one of us at the game, you want to shoot the shit, you want to talk, we're there for that. Like,
yeah, man.
I love every single one of y'all.
Yeah, man. Listen, to what George is saying is super humbling. It's super humbling because like we recognize there's four dumbasses talking on the pod. Like we recognize that, and for you guys to tune in and fuck with us and the level you guys do, forever
Damn,
forever
I'm a
grateful and
piece of
humble.
shit. So I walked over to Lars, to say what's up to the Nag boys and obviously everyone at Lars. I took pictures with, I can't even remember their name, and then I met this other guy and this girl. Like I can't remember their fucking names for the life of me. To be fair, it takes me a few times to remember people's names. I'm just in general like it took me like I don't know 3 months to remember George's name, and I had classes with him. So the first few years, the first few weeks. So listen,
Chill.
Oh.
Like the day. You came up to me the second day.
whatever. You
big-
get the point. Like, with Rudy, I couldn't remember what his name was. I think with Masa, I kept calling him Masota. Like, it's just like please don't take it the wrong way. Like I'm not good with names, but just keep saying what's up. You know, obviously like now Jose from Riot Squad, I see him all the time. I remember his name. Like I say, what's like you guys all be Axel. I saw Axel also. Remember he was barbecuing. He asked me what's up. He still wants to do our barbecue, like an actual barbecue, like an actual tailgate. So he was there, and again, same thing to what you guys added. I saw some of you guys over there. So shout out to you guys, and my bad for not remembering you guys' names.
Don't ever feel the need that you cannot come up to us, because a lot of people are like, oh, we don't want to come. Or someone saw me at Nikki's that didn't come up to me, that they saw me at the tailgate. Listen,
Man.
we're here for that shit. We love talking to you.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. There's Jose talking about him.
And we ain't shit. Remember that we ain't shit. So come up to us and shoot the shit with us. We're nothing. All right, guys. Let's get this because we ran a lot longer than I thought we did. But we ran long. I hope you guys enjoy the content. We'll be back on Wednesday with the tailgate, getting you guys ready for Miami. Angel, if you're not here on Wednesday, have a good trip, my G. Stay safe. Make sure everybody stays safe. Safe travels for everybody traveling to Miami. We'll see you Wednesday.
I'll bring back 3 points.
Thursday.
Chicharito hat trick.
Let's go, boy. Let's go. All right, guys. With that being
put that
said,
shit into the air.
with that being said, is another episode of Straight from the Stance. I'm Rudy at I Am Smarts on Twitch. I Am Smarts on Twitter. I Am Smarts on the gram.
This is George, J Undefeated 7. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
This is Angel. Follow me on Instagram mostly, 883691, because I'm going to be in Miami, so shit's about to be fucking lit. So go follow me. It should be cracking. Or on Twitter, too. Twitter's cool. At LiveItF96.
And at Pitbull.
Peace,
and-
love, and Jesus.
One more time, Masa. One more time.
Nah, I don't want to do
No,
it.
come on, do one more time. Back me up.
Fuck off.
Let's go party.
For those of you guys still here, we're gonna play the video as an outro. So check out the video and see this fire. Shout out to Camera Fool.